snails cooked in butter or wine. Now, while the dish most likely originated in ancient Roman times, escargot is usually associated with French cuisine. In fact, the French consume around 40,000 metric tons of snails every year. Although escargot usually involves a very rich sauce, the snails themselves are actually quite good for you. The edible varieties are high in protein and low in fat. If you've ever tasted escargot, National Escargot Day is a great reason to give them a try. Bon appetit. Today, National Escargot Day on this Friday, May the 24th edition of The Joe Show. There you go. Every morning, we start off the show with the playing of our national anthem, brought to you by Bob Allen Motor Mall and the Hometown Radio Network. Here it is.
The Bob Allen Motor Mall and Hometown Radio Network proudly honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
There you go. Bob Allen Motor Mall, Hometown Radio Network, teaming up every morning to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Phone number to call in this morning, 238-WHIR, 238-9447. Of course, we do weekend birthdays Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on the show on Friday. So call them in and celebrate with us on this Friday. Jumpin' Johnny singing happy birthday for you. Here's Johnny. All right, birthdays today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Let me get them loaded up here. We'll give them a shout-out to you. All right, today, Jordan Wilcher, Michael Thornton, Aaron Kaiser, and Zoe Selby. Tomorrow, May 25th, you got Tevin Kavanaugh, Maria Montgomery, Christy Ray, Sequoia Sims, Nathan Fry, Katie Cole, and Allie Huff. And on Sunday, Michael Minji, Debbie Edwards, Tamara Kaufman, Sarah Pointer, and Kevin Smiley. Boy, lots of birthdays we got this weekend. There you go, 238-WHIR phone number to call in this morning. It's a Friday, 24th day of May, typical Friday morning show we have lined up for you. Well, I guess it's not typical at all when I tell you some of the changes we got going on. First guest on here at 7:20, Danville Lady Admiral head basketball coach Judy Mason announced last week, or earlier this week, it's been a long week, I think it was earlier this week, that she was stepping down as head girls coach at Danville, and we'll talk with Coach Mason about that decision to step down at 7:20, and that'll be this morning here on the show. She'll be live on the show via telephone at 7:20. 7:40 County Agents Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. It is Jay Hetmansberger's final day from Garrett County Week. We'll have Jay on here this morning at 7:40. In the 8 o'clock hour, Dusty's on the show with the Kentucky Music Preview number 2. We'll see what's going on with Dusty this morning at 8:10 for the Kentucky Music Preview. 8:40 this morning, we've got Sean Busick, the Danville Christian Academy boys basketball coach, the new coach for DCA. And we'll talk with Coach Busick for the first time on the air. That'll be at 8:40 this morning. He'll introduce himself to our listening audience as the new head coach at DCA. In the 9 o'clock hour, 9:10, Walker Trell joins the show. A Trell Talk Friday. I assume it's probably going to be Lakin in studio with us this morning. I'm going to step out of here around 9:20 this morning because my son's got his kindergarten graduation program type thing going on. So I'll be out there for that. And Robert's going to step in for me to fill in the last 30 minutes of the show on McClure, and Bailey Friday, which will be Patrick McClure coming in the studio this morning at 9:35. That's the rundown of today's show, and we'd love to have you on. Our phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. That's 238-WHIR. Starting you off this morning, as we always do, taking a look at early morning sports. We've got this date in country music history, celebrity birthdays as well. Good morning to you. Foggy morning, Friday, May the 24th, and graduation night for Boyle and Danville. The Celtics take a 2-0 series lead. The Cavaliers fire their head coach and a longtime NFL reporter leaving ESPN. Those are the headlines on this Friday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Friday morning sports, starting off in the NBA, where in the third quarter of Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals, Indiana's Pascal Siakam lobbed a pass to Pacers teammate T.J. McConnell that he mishandled. A moment was all Jaylen Brown needed. The Celtic star bull rushed the ball, leaving McConnell in his wake and finishing through Siakam's foul. As Brown stood at the stripe, chance usually reserved for Jason Tatum filled TD Garden. MVP. It was fitting recognition for Brown, who was 24 hours removed from an All-NBA snub. He scored 40 in yesterday's 126-110 win for the Celtics, staking the Celtics to a 2-0 lead in a series now bound for Game 3 in Indiana. Did the snub motivate Brown's playoff career high? We're 2 games from the finals, added Brown, so honestly, I don't time to care. He never broached the snub with teammates and morning shoot-around, but we all felt like internally that he should have made one of the All-NBA teams. It was a shame to see that he didn't. It's the Celtics, though, who lead that series 2-0. Staying in the NBA, the Cleveland Cavaliers on Thursday fired head coach J.B. Bickerstaff following a 48-34 season and a second-round loss to the Boston Celtics. Bickerstaff coached the Cavs for 4+ years, going from 22 victories in 2020-2021 to 51 last season and 48 this season. Despite that improvement, Bickerstaff fell out of favor with players, according to reports by The Athletic and Cleveland.com. He was 45 years old, was 170 and 159, made the playoffs twice during his time with the Cavaliers. He joined the Cavs as an assistant head coach in 2019 and then later took over in the 2019-2020 year. The Cavs made the playoffs in back-to-back seasons without LeBron James in the roster for the first time since 1995 and 1996. One of the most familiar presences in Dallas Cowboys coverage and the NFL in general at ESPN is leaving the worldwide leader in sports. Longtime Cowboys reporter Ed Werder announced Thursday his time at ESPN had ended and that he is looking for his next landing spot. Werder's contract was expiring and was not renewed. His journalistic instincts and relationships have benefited fans throughout the years. We thank Ed for everything he contributed and wish him success in the future, said ESPN. During his first stint at ESPN from 1998 to 2017, Werder established himself as a leading voice on Cowboys and league coverage. The company let him go as a part of a massive talent layoff, but brought him back 2 years later. And the high school softball 45th District Championship game yesterday was suspended in the third inning of a game that was scoreless between Boyle County and Garrett County. They will resume that game Saturday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Those are the headlines on this Friday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
Pioneer Playhouse is celebrating 75 years in the Bluegrass. We are Kentucky's oldest outdoor theater, and we're right here in Danville. Pioneer Playhouse, the perfect summer evening getaway. Come on out, nightly, Tuesdays through Saturdays, June 7th through August 12th. Dinner is served at 7:30 p.m., and the show begins at 8:30 p.m. Enjoy a home-cooked dinner in our shaded courtyard. Choice of barbecue pulled pork or pulled chicken, plus Parmesan roasted potatoes, coleslaw, corn, and homemade bread pudding for dessert. Vegetarian options available on pre-request. Check out our brand new 75 Years Under the Stars exhibit and get a scoop or two of ice cream at the Old Time Palace of Sweets. And then it's on to the show. Our 75th season in the Bluegrass kicks off with The 39 Steps, running June 7th through June 29th. Hitchcock meets Monty Python in this zany, fast-paced whodunit that will keep you guessing and laughing until the very end. Madcap fun for the whole family. Rated G. When the sun goes down, the stars come out. At Pioneer Playhouse.
Hi, this is Amanda, owner of Sassy's Country Paw Spa, now open near the square in Lancaster. I'm a certified groomer with 15 years experience. We offer anxiety-free grooming, boarding, and daycare. And the special thing is we stay all night with your beloved pet while boarding. Need your dog or cat groomed? I'm opening with a 20% off your first groom with us. For all my info, log on to Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, or call 859-297-8009. And Sassy says, come see me.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by
Danville Auto Body Shop. Top of the line collision auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop. That's 315 Delahaye. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299 for Danville Auto Body Shop. Hope you enjoyed today. I really do. Weather-wise, it's been rough on us the last 2 or 3 days, and we get sunshine today, 83 and 63 the high and low. Great day for us. Tomorrow, partly sunny, a high of 83. Sunday, mostly sunny and a high of 86. It's 6:24 in the morning right now, 62 degrees. Friday, the 24th day of May. That's 052424 on your calendar. Phone number to call in this morning, 238-WHIR. That's 238-9447. We're going to see what celebrities are having birthdays right now on this Friday, 24th day of May, as we cue up the music, please. Here's our celebrity celebrating on May the 24th. 83 years old today for singer and songwriter, considered by many to be one of the greatest songwriters ever. 83 years old today for Bob Dylan, known for his songs Blowin' in the Wind, Like a Rolling Stone, and Mr. Tambourine Man. Here's a clip of Bob Dylan talking about how writing music was like magic for him.
Try to sit down and write something like that. There's a magic to that. And it's not Siegfried and Roy kind of magic, you know. It's a different kind of a penetrating magic. And I did it. I did it at one time.
Robert Zimmerman was his birth name. Bob Dylan is his stage name. 83 years old today. Competitive eater Matt Stoney is 32. According to MajorLeagueEating.com, he's currently third in the competitive eater rankings. Among his major accomplishments, he's chowed down 103 tacos in 8 minutes, and Big Smoke's order from GTA, which amounted to nearly 10,000 calories in 34 minutes. Stoney also won the 2015 Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest, dethroning 8-time defending champ Joey Chestnut, but lost the title in 2016. Matt Stoney, 32 years old today. The late Elsa Maxwell, known as the hostess with the mostess. She was the world's premier party giver during the Roaring 20s. She also first gained fame as an author and gossip columnist. Elsa Maxwell would have had a birthday today. And the late Queen Victoria, a national emblem of morality at 64 years. She had a longer reign than any other queen and oversaw a period of great expansion in the British Empire. Would have had a birthday today. Born on this date, 18 and 19. She died back in 1901. There you go, celebrity birthdays on this 26th day of May, Friday, May 26th.
On this day in country music.
All right then, Mr. Voice. It was on this day, country music history. In the year 1933, Jimmy Rogers made his last recordings in New York City, in which he recorded Mississippi Delta Blues. And years ago, it was on this day, country music history, 1947. Mike Reed, a retired professional football player who ended up making his waves in country music, was born on this date, 1947. And it was on this date, 1955, Roseanne Cash, the eldest daughter of country music icon Johnny Cash, and his first wife, Vivian Liberto, was born on this date in 1955. That's what's gone on this date, May 24th, country music history. Starting off on this day, 1933, where Jimmy Rogers made his last recordings in New York City. This was amongst his last recordings.
With friends around and even pals that I know are true, still I'm lonely.
Mississippi Delta Blues. After years of fighting tuberculosis, Rogers was so weakened during the sessions that he needed to rest on a bed between songs. Rogers died 2 days later from a pulmonary hemorrhage while staying at the Taft Hotel at the age of 35. Jimmy Rogers on this date, 1933.
Way down in the Delta, on that Mississippi shore, in that muddy water, I long to be once more.
It was on this date, country music history, 1947, where retired professional American football player, he was a country music artist in the 90s, Mike Reed was born in 1947.
We have come to the place in our love.
Walked away from the NFL to pursue a country music career after playing for your Cincinnati Bengals. Had a 1991 U.S. #1 hit, this one called Walk on Faith, on this date, 1947. The former All-American football player at Penn State University, Mike Reed, was born in 1947.
The surest way to get there from here is to walk on faith, trust in love, just keep on putting.
And it was on this day, 1955, Roseanne Cash was born in Memphis, Tennessee, the daughter, of course, of Johnny Cash. This is the song I think of when I think of Roseanne Cash, Tennessee Flat Top Box, which was a cover of her dad's song. She also won a Grammy in 1985 for I Don't Know Why You Don't Want Me, and has received 12 other Grammy nominations, has had 11 #1 singles, 21 top 40 singles, and 2 gold records. Roseanne Cash, born on this date, 1955. 69 years old today. Roseanne Cash, Mike Reed, Jimmy Rogers have made their mark on May the 24th in country music history. Here's K&N News.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Kentucky State Police say they're looking for a man wanted on several charges, including murder. Charles Blevins is wanted for a homicide in Pikeville. The KSP has posted a photo of Blevins. He's 6'3" with dark brown hair and brown eyes. He is pictured with a mustache and a beard. Anyone with information is asked to contact the state police at Post 9. Victims of the April storms and tornadoes that hit Kentucky are eligible for federal money to help with recovery.
Governor WHIR has just announced the approval of a federal disaster declaration by President Biden.
I'm thankful to President Biden and his administration because these types of awards are rare, but they are incredibly important, and they are going to help our families recover.
The federal funding will allow aid to come to 11 counties affected by the extreme weather. The governor also gave an update on the Commonwealth's drug interdiction plan.
By working together in 2022, Kentucky saw drug overdose deaths decline by 5%, which was the first decline since 2018.
It was also noted that Kentucky leads the nation in drug and alcohol treatment beds. I'm Joe Lincoln.
In Moorhead, the owners of a drug rehab facility are facing charges related to child pornography. Edgewater Recovery owners Myra and John Elam are both charged with possession of matter portraying sexual performance by a minor under 12 years old, possession of matter portraying sexual performance by a minor under 18 years old, with John also possessing a firearm as a convicted felon. Kentucky State Police confirmed the raid from the Electronic Crime Unit. Back in February, the Elams were arrested in Bath County on charges of public intoxication of a controlled substance, excluding alcohol, and operating a motor vehicle under the influence of a controlled substance. In January, the facility reached a deal with the Department of Justice on a False Claims Act violation on unnecessary urine drug tests. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
Boyle County home, so let's keep it clean. Come on, Boyle County, reduce, reuse, recycle. Let's work together to keep our county beautiful. Load your car, trailer, or pickup truck. Our recycling center will sort your stuff. Don't just throw it away when you can recycle it today. Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Boyle County students will no longer have to pay for breakfast or lunch. Boyle County Schools announced that effective next year, all of their district schools will participate in the community eligibility provision. That means that all students that attend a Boyle County school will receive a no-cost breakfast and lunch for their meals. Additional meals and extras can still be purchased, but the first breakfast and first lunch is free. The community eligibility provision is a part of the federally funded National School Lunch Program and School Breakfast Program. Law enforcement in Boyle and Mercer County are looking for the suspect in an incident where someone appears to be throwing objects at moving vehicles. In a Facebook post, a woman says that her husband was driving on 33 between Gwen Island Road and North Point Prison near the Boyle-Mercer County line when an object flew at him from the side of the road and smashed into and broke his windshield. The Boyle County Sheriff's Office now says they're looking into the incident and that if anyone has any information to contact them. They say they, quote, take this irresponsible, reckless behavior very seriously and will not stand for it. Danville Boyle County Parks and Rec is officially making it pool season with the opening of Bunny Davis Pool. They announced that the Bunny Davis Pool will have its summer opening tomorrow. Bunny Davis will be open tomorrow from 12 until 6. Those are its Monday through Saturday hours, with Sunday hours being 1 until 6. There are also season passes for individuals and families. It's $4 for a daily fee, and kids 2 and under get in free. Lincoln County Schools is one of 29 districts in the state participating in this year's Summer Boost Reading and Mathematics program during summer school. The program is a partnership between the Kentucky Department of Education, the Summer Food Service Program, and the Children's Reading Foundation. Stanford Elementary School will be the host site at Lincoln County. And congratulations to Danville and Boyle County students who finished their last day of school today. They'll both have their graduation ceremonies tonight. DCA's graduation is set for tomorrow. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
A healthy weight, more energy, and smooth, regular bowel movements. 3 things everyone strives for.
It's me, Chuck Norris. There's one really important thing we don't talk about enough: our health. Achy joints, digestive issues, weight gain, and fatigue. We're told these are normal signs of aging. So working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick is a revolutionary formula combining
on this day.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Well, all right, that's what happens when something falls on the keyboard and starts playing something else off the computer. It's brought to you by Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet, Harrodsburg, specializing in discount, waterproof vinyl flooring, hardwood tile, and carpet remnants. Shop and save on all types of floor coverings. Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet, Harrodsburg, 540 North College Street. Areas of dense fog this morning. Partly sunny, a high of 83. A low tonight of 63. Partly sunny skies tomorrow, a high of 83. On Sunday, mostly sunny and a high of 86. There's a chance of some rain showers there on Sunday as well. Right now it is 6:36 in the morning, 62 degrees. Larry Vought's got Vought's Views for us today. What's up with you, Larry?
Vought's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
During recent Kentucky signee Trent Noah's remarkable senior season in Harlan County, his father was on the team bench and his assistant coach. Don D. Jones calls himself more of a football guy who coached football for about 20 years, but he was asked to help with the Harlan County basketball team during Trent's junior season. He didn't want to do it because he had coached his son until he was in 8th grade and had enjoyed sitting in the stands just watching his son play the last 3 years. But he's thankful he said yes and jokes that he had a front row seat for the incredible ride his son to the state title game last season. Don D. Jones noted that his son Trent did play football when he was young. He played both middle linebacker and quarterback, started playing tackle football at age 4. Trent played football until 6th grade and did well, but then told his parents he loved basketball more and just wanted to spend all the time in the gym that he could.
Vought's Views will return in a moment.
Imagine if you had 100 years to dedicate yourself to fun and wonder. That's exactly what Kentucky State Parks is celebrating this year. 100 years of unmatched scenery and history, with guided hikes and acclaimed golf, plus all kinds of cozy lodging and accommodations. Dedicate your weekends to creating memories that last a lifetime at parks.ky.gov.
Sticking to basketball was a smart decision for UK signee Trent Noah of Harlan County. He was not offered by former UK coach John Calipari and signed with South Carolina. Once he decommitted, new UK coach Mark Pope offered, and Noah immediately accepted. He's a great shooter and great passer. He also has a great basketball IQ, which is no surprise, considering he also has a perfect 4.0 grade point average and is one of his school's class valedictorians. He checks all the right boxes, and now he gets to play at Kentucky.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
Larry Vaught, Vought's Views, Mondays through Fridays in the Joe Show at this time. Doug Thacker's in studio this morning. Doug, what's you up to? Hold on. He's got to apply the headphones, pull up the microphone. You move like an old man.
I feel like one this morning.
Feel like one, too. What's going on, Doug?
Not much. Going to work.
Heading to work. All right, look.
Making some money.
Tomorrow, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Boyle County Lady Rebels softball and Garrett County Lady Lions softball going to resume the game that was postponed from yesterday. It's going to be 0-0, bottom of the third when that game resumes. And there's going to be a new PA voice at Boyle County softball tomorrow. It's Doug Thacker behind the mic. So, Doug, give us your best, like a walk-up announcement. So let's say, because Katie Qualls is the one that's going to be batting tomorrow when the game begins, it's going to be a 1-2 count on Katie Qualls. I think she wears number 12. So let's say, even if she doesn't, let's just give her number 12.
I think she does wear number 12.
Okay, now batting for the Lady Rebels, number 12, Katie Qualls. So, Doug, go ahead. Give us your call for tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, now batting for your Boyle County Lady Rebels softball team, number 12, Katie Qualls.
Not bad. You even have, like, the extra umph on the last name.
Yes.
You know, something to get people a little excited for it. So there you go. So I like it, Doug. So you're ready, you're primed, you're ready to go. You've said you've done this now already a couple times this year, so this isn't a new thing for you.
No, I've just filled in for Willie when Willie couldn't
Willie's
be there.
gone, Willie Gravasio, and Willie's not going to be there, so Doug is pinch hitting.
I'm pinch hitting
Baseball
tomorrow.
reference, softball reference there.
Pinch hitting tomorrow, or pinch running.
Yeah. Pinch running, too?
Well, more like pinch hitting.
Pinch hitting for Willie Gravasio. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, they can't do it tonight, even though today's great weather, supposed to be great weather, because graduation's tonight.
Graduation's tonight. And by the way, Damian Lehman, Mr. Lehman out at the high school,
right,
posted something on his Facebook this morning. It's pretty cool. Bet I can't even find it again. Let's see if I can, because I thought it's cool.
All right, I'm friends with him too. Let me
Are
look
you?
it up.
Look it up.
Yeah, he is he's like the esports coach over there, right? And then teach you some other things.
Yes, so he put out there, as I'm gearing up for graduation practice this morning, it does my heart good to think that Boyle County High School loves wrestling so much that we choose to have our graduates walk out to Macho Man's theme song.
They're going to be marching out to Macho Man's theme song, huh? That's how much Boyle County loves wrestling.
Which is pomp and circumstance.
Yes.
I did not realize that. I've watched him all my life.
Yeah, a little pomp and circumstance. I don't know if I realized that was Macho Man's theme song either.
I didn't either.
Like, I know Ric Flair's theme song, but I don't think I knew that was Macho Man's theme song. So tonight, graduation night for Boyle County and for Danville, too. Both schools graduate tonight, like at the same time, because there was, I don't know if controversy is the right word, because they're their own school systems, can do whatever they want. But at the same time, you know, you got families here, there, cousins at one school, granddaughters and grandkids at one school and all that. So
See, now every time I hear that song, I'm going to be thinking of Macho Man.
Oh, yeah.
Not graduation,
No,
but
this is the Macho Man theme song.
Thanks to Damian Lehman.
Thanks to Damian Lehman. Good stuff. Awesome. 6:41 in the morning, 238 WHIR. Phone number to call in here this morning. Memorial Day is coming up on Monday, and you know what Memorial Day means. It means big sales for people looking for great deals. Memorial Day Monday.
Our folks, Memorial Day is coming, and there's no better time to save on a laptop than the Biden Memorial Day laptop blowout sale. That's right, I've got one laptop I really need to sell, and never you mind who the previous owner was. Let's just say he's a good boy. Imagine it, getting your hands on this gorgeous laptop before prosecutors get their hands on it and use it as evidence.
Well, I don't really need a laptop. I need a mattress. Are you selling mattresses, too?
No, but you can sleep on this laptop, by golly. It's a solid and sturdy laptop and great back support, too. Please take this laptop.
No thanks, but I could use a new grill if you have...
Grill your food with this laptop. Just like plug it in for a really long time until it gets hot and put your meat on it and grill it that way. And hell, I don't know, just make it work, man. Please, anybody, I'm begging you. Save big on one laptop in particular at the Biden Memorial Day laptop blowout sale. See you soon, please.
Yeah, one laptop in particular. We're looking to sell that one. All right, let's see what's going on in this morning's world of good. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are. I'm right there with you. These stories remind us of the silver lining in the cloud over all of our heads. My way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go do the same for somebody else. Little good news action for you on this Friday morning, and here we go. Story number one coming from Arizona, where earlier this week, 2 people were rescued after their car plunged 300 feet off a cliff in Arizona. Superstition firefighters detailed the rescue. I guess Superstition, Arizona is the name of the city. Noting one person escaped the vehicle while the other was trapped until a helicopter rescue was executed. Both individuals were extracted, provided with medical care, and transported to a hospital where they are reported to be in stable condition. That happened in Arizona. Story number 2 from the Good News segment coming from Florida, where earlier this week, sheriff's deputies in Florida responded to a call from a woman who accidentally locked her 1-year-old daughter in their car at Palm Coast Walmart. Flagler County Sheriff's Deputy Harrison arrived, found the child sweating and in distress, and broke the window to rescue her. The Palm Coast Fire Department assessed the girl, confirmed she was okay, while Sheriff Rick Staley used the incident to stress the dangers of leaving children in parked cars out in the sun, especially during the summer. Story number 3 coming from Metropolis, Illinois, where on Tuesday, an off-duty police chief named Harry Massey saved a man's life by performing CPR on him after he collapsed at a local pool. Massey used his police training to administer CPR until paramedics arrived. He's now advocating for widespread CPR certification, highlighting its importance, especially during the summer when water-related emergencies are more common with more people at the pool and on the lake. And we'll give you story number 4 as well, coming from St. Louis, where a young boy from St. Louis named Drew Patchen, who had a wish granted while battling a brain tumor last year, is now cancer-free and on a mission to help other kids with cancer as well. After a difficult year that had him out of school, undergoing chemotherapy and surgeries, the last of which successfully removed his final tumor, Drew's family is looking forward to reuniting to some sense of normalcy. This weekend, the family will be hosting a lemonade stand to raise money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and the Bennett Project. two organizations that have been a great help to Drew in his cancer battle. Wow, the good news, the boy beats cancer and runs a lemonade stand to help other kids fighting cancer. An off-duty police chief saves a life while playing at the pool. A Florida deputy shatters a window to save a 1-year-old locked in a hot car. And an Arizona firefighter rescues 2 people after a car goes over a 300-foot cliff. That's what's going on in this morning's World of Absolute Good. Floyd Kramer, take us home, buddy. It's all yours. Silliness at Sunrise is coming up next.
Spring's finally here, and that means spring cleaning. While you're cleaning, the folks at your local electric cooperative encourage you to check for electrical safety hazards. Start in the bathroom and kitchen. Do the outlets in those rooms have ground fault circuit interrupters? Then move on to the rest of the house, paying special attention to extension cords. Check all your cords to make sure they're not worn, cracked, or frayed. We're Kentucky's electric cooperatives, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Every turn is a total rush in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
There's no better time to experience the new 2024 Kia Telluride. Just $399 down and $399 a month. Or the 2024 Seltos. Just $249 down and $249 a month. And save even more on our scratch and dent storm damaged cars.
Experience the rush with confidence in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
2024 Kia Telluride, $399 per month, $2457 due assigning. 2024 Kia Seltos, $249 per month, $1384 due assigning. 36 months lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, doc, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer and adoption. See dealer for details. Offer expires May 31st, 2024.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. At the Nutrition Center, we strive to help our customers achieve optimal health. From our high-quality collagen proteins to our immune system support vitamins, we are here to help you and your family stay healthy all throughout the year. We provide locally raised, free-range meats, eggs, and fresh milk and organic produce boxes delivered weekly. Your locally owned Danville Nutrition Center is here to serve you. Visit us at 802 South 4th Street in Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Doing the double.
It's a bigger magnitude, but I've done it probably more than 5 times.
You know, I told him I might crash him at Charlotte. I'm not going to crash him at Charlotte.
I don't fight as fair as I used to. I'm a little older. He'll carry a rough beat.
Mark Caro and PRN's Garage Pass.
Silence is golden, especially when it comes to brakes. That's why Napa Silent Guard are built to be one of the smoothest and most quiet brakes on the market. Made with fiber-reinforced shims that eliminate noise for the life of the pad, rubber-coated hardware for a better fit, and quality design that meets and exceeds OE performance. Silent Guard brakes deliver the stopping power drivers demand. Available now at Napa locations nationwide.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards golf lessons to become a scratch golfer. Progressive cannot guarantee that you will ever become a scratch golfer. Scratch golfers are really, really good. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, and sure, you could put that money towards lessons, but if you can't hit the broadside of a barn and think you're going to become a scratch golfer, you're delusional. Sorry, just telling it like it is. Savings? Maybe. Scratch golfer? Don't hold your breath. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates. Not available in all states. It's universally accepted that golf is hard. Progressive cannot guarantee improved performance on the course.
4 drivers have already done the double, running the Indy 500 and Coca-Cola 600 on the same day. And with Kyle Larson about to make it 5, he doesn't see it as any big deal, jetting between the Brickyard and Charlotte Motor Speedway. Having hopscotched back and forth to 2 other tracks on the same weekend many times before.
Going from Loudon to the Kings Royal, or getting the pole at Richmond, then going around the Knoxville Nationals, or stuff like that in the same day. So it's different. It's a bigger magnitude, but I've done it probably more than 5 times. So either way, I mean, the magnitude of it's much cooler.
The other guys having already completed the double include Tony Stewart, John Andretti, Robbie Gordon, and Kurt Busch. The 600 is a sellout for the 3rd year in a row, and no doubt any leftover tickets were quickly scooped up after the fight last Sunday between Kyle Busch and Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who said he'd crashed Busch this weekend in retaliation, but took it back on Corey LaJoie's podcast.
You know, I told him I might crash him at Charlotte. I'm not going to crash him at Charlotte. Then that just keeps it going, right? You know, as far as my end goes, I feel like I'm past it.
That's probably a good thing because the day before, Stenhouse was fined $75,000 with his dad and a couple of crewmen getting suspended. Bush's team owner, Richard Childress, was handing out a warning of his own that's actually no longer needed.
I don't fight as fair as I used to. I'm a little older, but Ricky Stenhouse said that he was going to wreck the 8 car at Charlotte. Well, when I see him, I'm going to tell him if he does, he'll carry a rough speed.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
At Indy, Kyle Larson has impressed a lot of people, including his boss at Arrow McLaren, Zach Brown.
His teammates are very much enjoying racing with them, so the atmosphere is just awesome. And at the end of the day, we're all racers and we want to go win, but I think the big winners out of this, the fans of motorsports, and so it's a great privilege to be able to put on this show for them.
Mark Garrow and TRN's Garage Pass, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Bundle home and auto and save. Visit progressive.com.
Every turn is a total rush in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
There's no better time to experience the new 2024 Kia Telluride. Just $399 down and $399 a month. Or the 2024 Seltos. Just $249 down and $249 a month. And save even more on our scratch and dent storm damaged cars.
Experience the rush with confidence in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
2024 Kia Telluride, $399 per month, $2457 due assigned. 2024 Kia Seltos, $249 per month, $1384 due assigned, 36 months lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, doc, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer and adoption. See dealer for details. Offer expires May 31st, 2024.
It's our annual Memorial Day sale from Big Deals. Hi, Jenny here to tell you that savings abound all weekend at your Big Deal store. Now through Monday, you'll save an additional 15% on your entire purchase. No promo code necessary. Stock up on some of your favorites or try something new. We've got gift certificates for dozens of local businesses. This weekend, save big from Big Deals.
At hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Hello, this is Mark Wade, Superintendent of Boyle County Schools. On behalf of Boyle County Schools and the Boyle County Board of Education, I would like to congratulate our high school class of 2024. We wish you the very best. Mark Wade, Superintendent of Boyle County Schools.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at the Little Sign Shop. Need a sign, a banner, or a decal fast? See the new owners and operators of the Little Sign Shop. Full-color digital printing, magnetic signs, auto signage, and logo design. Where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them 859-238-7391, the Little Sign Shop. Sunshine expected on this Friday and a foggy morning. 83 degrees a high, a low tonight 63. Tomorrow partly sunny and 83 on our Saturday. On Sunday, mostly sunny and a high of 86. It's 6:54 in the morning, 62 degrees. It is a John Drake Friday. Mr. John Drake just walked in here and brought us some fresh donuts. They're ready to chow down here on the Joe Show in studio on some fresh, warm donuts. Before we do that, 100% hilarious. So bad they're good. Warning, these may make you cringe. It's time for the Dad Joke of the Day.
Dad Joke of the Day.
All right, here we go. Dad Joke of the Day. Why couldn't the woman have triplets? Why couldn't the woman have triplets? Well, she ran out of womb. Oh, that one got me. She ran out of womb. The Dad Joke of the Day. Mondays through Fridays on the Joe Show at this time on WHIR Danville. Bah.
Welcome to the planet of the apps.
Well, there's an app called 7. It has a lot of different 7-minute exercise workouts. That's right, 7-minute exercises, and the reviews are incredible. Thumbs up, 5 stars, a variety of 7-minute workouts for different parts of the body. And the 7-minute workout is a real calorie burner. Different workouts for the arms, the chest, the legs, the buttocks area. And you don't even need Wi-Fi to use the app, too. A lot of 7-minute workouts. And what's so fabulous, you do not need any equipment. It's a free app called Seven, S-E-V-E-N, a calorie burner. Time to download it? Let me know. It's Rick Dees and this molten magma every day. We call it the planet of the apps.
There you go, Rick Dees, the planet of the apps, Mondays through Fridays, and the Joe Show at this time leads us into the Country Comic Spotlight this morning. And in the Spotlight, we have Dwayne Perkins. Dwayne Perkins in the Spotlight, talking about how he went whitewater rafting in New Zealand and how the whitewater rafting in New Zealand, what they call whitewater rafting for beginners, he says is anything but. Dwayne Perkins in the Country Comic Spotlight. Here he is.
I'm not too crazy into sports, but I did something very unsafe recently. I was in New Zealand, okay? I went to New Zealand because I wanted to double the black population. So I did that. Same reason I came to Provo, by the way. But while I was in New Zealand, they tricked me into whitewater rafting. We went whitewater rafting, and they said it was for beginners. All right, I'm a beginner. That's perfect, right? We do this thing. There's a 22-foot drop. Yeah, it's the largest commercial drop, non-commercial drop in the world. Like, how is that for beginners? I just don't know how. How did you fix your face to say that to me? How did you say that with a straight face? That'd be like if you went to a boxing gym. You never boxed a day in your life. You're like, hey guys, I just want to learn a few things. I never boxed, but I just want to pick up some things. This is how you do it? I don't know. I just want to learn. Yeah, how do you do it? And like, all right, well, great. You're just starting out? Okay, well, let's pop you in the ring with Mike Tyson. He'll show you a few things. Come on out here. All right, Mike. 22-foot drop. You see the pictures. We're in the raft. They took pictures of us. We go over the cliff. We're going down. Then you don't see us. We're in the water. It's crazy. And my thing is, look, I'm from Brooklyn, New York, okay? Like, yeah, and Brooklyn. Like, Brooklyn. You understand what I'm saying? Like, crack Brooklyn. Shooting Brooklyn. Stabbing Brooklyn. Not this new Brooklyn. Not vegan cupcake Brooklyn. I'm not from that. I'm from Brooklyn. And the thing is, you don't want to survive all that, right? You just survive the projects, crack, shooting, stabbings, cops, all of that, and then die in New Zealand. Like, whitewater rafting. That's not a good look.
Dwayne Perkins of the Country Comic Spotlight, Rick Dees, in this morning's Planet of the Apps and the dad joke of the day and the best jokes from late night television last night from those jokes you may have missed while you were catching up on your sleep from the late night shows. Jimmy Fallon starting off on NBC's Tonight Show last night about 2 ships from New York City's Fleet Week that are coming from New Jersey. Here's Jimmy Fallon joking about that.
That's right. We just had the parade of ships, and 2 of the Navy ships sailed here all the way from New Jersey. Yeah, you could tell which ships are from New Jersey. Their anchor is just a guy tied to a cinder block. So he's like, you shouldn't have read
it. Jimmy Fallon joking as well about a new airline being designed for dogs.
Well, switching gears today, a new airline for dogs called Bark Air took its first flight from New York to L.A. Yeah, the flights take a little longer because the plane has to do 3 circles before it lands.
And Stephen Colbert joking last night on CBS's Late Show about record-breaking Memorial Day weekend travel. It's said to be a record-breaking weekend for the number of people traveling on Memorial Day weekend.
People are expected to travel in record-breaking numbers this weekend. Over the next week, evidently, TSA predicts it will screen more than 18 million travelers. Okay, so is it I forget. Is it laptops in, shoes off? Laptops out, shoes on? Just to be safe, I'm going to put my laptop in my shoes.
There you go, Stephen Colbert, still at us at Sunrise on 103.9 FM, WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
It's 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock in the morning.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. A bipartisan border bill is failing to clear the Senate for a second time in months. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer put the bill on the floor for a vote after it was blocked in February by Republicans.
Look, first, we're going to keep trying this year because we believe this is so important. And as was said, the Republicans don't have any explanation why they voted no. This was a bill they all supported.
Senators voted 43 to 50 to tank the bill negotiated in the fall by Democratic and Republican senators. Schumer accused Republicans of caving to Donald Trump's opposition to the bill, but Republicans say the legislation doesn't go far enough in securing the U.S.-Mexico border. Some Democrats opposed it as well. President Biden, in a statement, claimed that Republicans don't care about securing the U.S.-Mexico border and want to exploit the issue leading up to the November elections. Former President Barack Obama was a surprise guest. President Biden stayed at the dinner in honor of Kenya. Obama's father was from Kenya, although the former president was not on the guest list for last night's event, which was held on the South Lawn of the White House. Over 500 people were on the guest list, including Kenyan President William Ruto and his wife. Supporters of research into long COVID are criticizing the Biden administration over its lack of enough funding in its NIH budget request. Tammy Trujillo with more.
The Long COVID campaign put out a press release calling on congressional leaders to set aside at least $1.2 million for research. It says that despite Long COVID's impact on the U.S. healthcare system and the economy, the White House budget request didn't prioritize research into the disease. An August study published in the journal Nature Medicine found that those with even mild COVID-19 cases could stay at a higher risk for heart issues, blood clots, neurologic problems, and other complications for as long as 2 years.
Before the opening bell, stock futures are slightly higher. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
It's one thing falling in love with a house, picturing yourself moving in and calling it home, and quite another navigating the world of price negotiating, mortgage lenders, and finding the budget that works best for you. An agent who's a realtor can make understanding that world easier. Realtors have the expertise, access to proprietary data, and tools to help you get from imagining living somewhere to actually doing it. That's the kind of help we can provide, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go: shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit No Time to Wait.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is preparing to address Congress. More from Mark Mayfield.
On Wednesday, House Speaker Mike Johnson announced he's in contact with Netanyahu to set up a date and time for him to speak during a congressional session. Details haven't been released, but Johnson told reporters it will be a timely and very strong show of support to the Israeli government. The announcement comes as Johnson calls for sanctions against the International Criminal Court for seeking arrest warrants against Israeli leaders over alleged war crimes committed in Gaza. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Police say the detective who arrested the world's #1 golfer, Scottie Scheffler, made a mistake. Louisville Metro Police Department Chief Jacqueline Gwynn Villarreal said the officer erred during the confrontation during the PGA Championship in Kentucky last week.
Detective Gillis should have turned on his body-worn camera, but did not.
Scheffler was charged with assault of a police officer as he was attempting to enter the PGA Championship in Kentucky last week. The officer has a lengthy disciplinary record. Stephanie Gosk reports that includes multiple suspensions. Employment records revealed on Thursday.
Louisville police announced the detective, Brian Gillis, has been reprimanded for not turning on his camera. According to records provided by police to NBC News, he has been disciplined 6 times, including 2 suspensions for violating department policies.
The chancellor of UCLA is admitting that when it came to pro-Palestinian protests, they got it all wrong.
We should have been prepared to immediately remove the encampment if and when the safety of our community was put at risk.
Gene Block testified before a congressional committee that had been investigating claims of anti-Semitism on college campuses. UCLA was one of several schools across the country that struggled to handle protests. Hundreds of students were arrested in connection to the demonstrations. Activists demanded a divestment from Israeli companies, which never happened. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Hi,
Hi, this is Karen, and at ADA Heating and Air, we offer free estimates on replacements. We install American Standard heating and air conditioning equipment. Our employees do not work on commission, so you don't pay for unnecessary repairs. We offer the best pricing around. On average, we can save you 15%. We offer same or next day service. Financing is available on our website at adaheatingandair.com. Call ADA today for all your HVAC needs at 859-519-6382. ADA is on the way.
Danville's Deal Maker.
New Rams cost less at Bob Allen Motor Mall. It's Ram season, and now's the time to shop and save at Bob Allen's selection of new Ram 2500 and 3500 HD trucks. Choose from over 160 in stock. Bob Allen, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com. We are your heavy-duty truck headquarters.
Well, good morning to you. It's Friday, the 24th day of May, 052424 on your calendar. A day where we get cloudy skies. It is a foggy morning for us this morning. Expect a party in the clouds and sunshine a little bit later on this afternoon. If you are looking for a day to get out and get your yard mowed, this is it. This is the day to get it done. Because it doesn't look like it's going to happen tomorrow. Sunday, you know, I know a lot of people, Memorial Day weekend, don't want to get out there Sunday and mow. This is it. Sunny, 83 is your high. Got to get out there and get that done. Forecast is coming your way. News right now brought to you by Stewart Powell Ford Mazda.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stewart Powell Ford Mazda here in Danville, where we make it easy to do business with us. I want to let you know that we are now offering free pickup and delivery in our quick lane within 20 miles of Danville. Give us a call at 859-238-1190. We will schedule your vehicle for pickup, perform the service requested, and return it to you.
Come to Stewart Powell.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Boyle County students will no longer have to pay for breakfast or lunch. Boyle County Schools announced that effective next year, all of their district schools will participate in the community eligibility provision. That means that all students that attend a Boyle County school will receive a no-cost breakfast and lunch for their meals. Additional meals and extras can still be purchased, but the first breakfast and first lunch is free. The community eligibility provision is a part of the federally funded National School Lunch Program and School Breakfast Program. Law enforcement in Boyle and Mercer County are looking for the suspect in an incident where someone appears to be throwing objects at moving vehicles. In a Facebook post, a woman says that her husband was driving on 33 between Gwen Island Road and North Point Prison near the Boyle-Mercer County line when an object flew at him from the side of the road and smashed into and broke his windshield. The Boyle County Sheriff's Office now says they're looking into the incident, and that if anyone has any information to contact them. They say they, quote, take this irresponsible, reckless behavior very seriously and will not stand for it. Danville Boyle County Parks and Rec is officially making it pool season with the opening of Bunny Davis Pool. They announced that the Bunny Davis Pool will have its summer opening tomorrow. Bunny Davis will be open tomorrow from 12 until 6. Those are its Monday through Saturday hours, with Sunday hours being 1 until 6. There are also season passes for individuals and families. It's $4 for a daily fee, and kids 2 and under get in free. Lincoln County Schools is one of 29 districts in the state participating in this year's Summer Boost Reading and Mathematics program during summer school. The program is a partnership between the Kentucky Department of Education, the Summer Food Service Program, and the Children's Reading Foundation. Stanford Elementary School will be the host site at Lincoln County. And congratulations to Danville and Boyle County students who finished their last day of school today. They'll both have their graduation ceremonies tonight. DCA's graduation is set for tomorrow. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stewart Powell Ford Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stewartpowell.com.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
The ultimate in dining pleasures at the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. Since 1995, the Bread of Life Cafe's been serving up good old Southern cooking featuring 3 mouth-watering loaded buffets, an extensive menu, and plenty of family atmosphere. Meet your friends for the Saturday morning breakfast buffet, 7 till 10:30. All you care to eat, just $8.99. Thursday night's a senior night. Save 20% for seniors 55 and older. Friday night after 4, cast your line and catch the all you care to eat awesome fried catfish buffet with all the trimmings, $12.99. Delight your taste at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on 127.
Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know. Generations of serving our community, immunizations, prescriptions, and so much more. Helpful people, free local delivery, mobile app refills right to your door. Visit SuttonRx.com. Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know.
In Lancaster on Maple Avenue.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right then, Jackie boy, it's brought to you by our friends over at Oh Charlie. Sunday brunch is coming back on Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning. Enjoy a special menu including French toast, biscuits and gravy, steak and scrambled eggs, bacon, egg, and cheese quesadillas, and $5 mimosas. Oh Charlie's in the Danville Manor Shopping Center. Cloudy skies, rain showers possible early this morning. We've seen, obviously, enough of that wet stuff over the last 3 days. Afternoon hours looking good. 83 is the high with some sunshine. Love it. Tomorrow, rain showers, high of 83. Sunday, mostly sunny, a high of 86. Chance of rain showers there on Sunday. Right now, it's 7:11 in the morning. It is 61 degrees. 238 WHIR. Phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. The number of people using Ozempic continues to skyrocket. Among children and young adults, Ozempic use has soared by 600% in recent years. 600%, and now they have Ozempic for kids.
I want my children to grow up big and strong, but not fat. Luckily, there's a new Kidstone Chewable Ozempic.
Kidstone Chewable Ozempic is filled with vitamins, minerals, and Ozempic, so your kid can lose those unwanted pounds.
Mom, can I have cereal for breakfast?
Sure, but after you take your Kidstone Chewable Ozempic...
Tastes like orange.
That's right. Chew 'em up, fatty.
Huh?
Nothing.
New Kidstone Chewable Ozempic, because it's never too early to have body image issues.
Okay, that's enough cereal, Chubster.
In stores now.
There you go. Let's see what's breaking and trending this morning here on the Joe Show. Okay, railway company Norfolk Southern is agreeing to a $310 million settlement with the federal government over last year's fiery train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio. The company will pay about $235 million for the EPA's efforts to clean up air, water, and soil in the area where toxic fumes were released. The derailment in February of 2023 resulted in a days-long fire that spewed toxic fumes into the air and displaced residents of the small town. The residents will also get a chunk of money for their trouble. It looks like Deadpool and Wolverine is going to be a summer blockbuster. The upcoming Marvel Studios movie starring Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman already breaking records. The film set a new mark for first-day advance ticket sales for an R-rated film with between $8 and $9 million when tickets went on sale on Monday. AMC says over 200,000 fans bought pre-sale tickets for the movie with them. The film marks the first R-rated movie released by Marvel and Disney. Deadpool and Wolverine hits theaters on July the 26th. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is headed to Washington, D.C. on Wednesday. House Speaker Mike Johnson announced he's in contact with Netanyahu to set up a date and time for him to address Congress. Details haven't been released yet, but Johnson told reporters it will be a timely and very strong show of support to the Israeli government. The announcement comes as Johnson calls for sanctions against the International Criminal Court for seeking arrest warrants against Israeli leaders over war crimes committed in Gaza. Remember the saying, 2 wrongs don't make a right? Here's a perfect example of that. The Diocese of Orlando is standing by a priest who bit a woman in Florida. Father Fidel Rodriguez allegedly bit a woman's forearm Sunday during Mass at St. Thomas Aquinas Catholic Church in St. Cloud. Apparently, the woman wanted to receive communion, but words were exchanged between her and Rodriguez, and she tried to grab a wafer, so he bit her. The Diocese of Orlando said yesterday Rodriguez was simply trying to prevent an act of desecration of the Holy Communion. Rodriguez has not been charged, but the state attorney is reviewing that case. Governor Mike DeWine of Ohio has had enough. He called a special session for the state's legislature yesterday to make sure President Joe Biden is on the state's ballot in November. The Democratic convention is happening too late for its official candidate to appear in the ballot. While the legislature can't fix the problem, they failed to do so before adjourning. The Republican governor told the press yesterday that, quote, Ohio is running out of time to get Joe Biden, the sitting president of the United States, on the ballot this fall. Failing to do so is simply not acceptable. The special session will start on Tuesday. And the Louisiana House passed a new bill looking to restrict access to abortion medication in the state earlier this week, and now the state Senate has followed suit, even after a letter was signed by over 200 doctors in Louisiana warning the measure could produce a barrier to physicians' ease of prescribing appropriate treatment for their patients. The Senate approved the legislation yesterday with a 29-7 vote. That sends the bill to the desk of Governor Jeff Landry, who's indicated he supports the law. If signed, this new law would classify some drugs as Schedule 4 drugs in the state, placing them in the same category as Xanax, Valium, Ambien, and others. Some abortion pills. That's what's breaking and trending this morning on The Joe Show, WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. It's 7:16 in the morning. It is 61 degrees. It's foggy. And we're talking with Judy Mason, legendary girls basketball coach, coming up right after this, as she has decided to step down as head coach of the Danville Lady Admirals. It's coming up next.
This Steve Bertram Sports Report is a service of Stuart Powell Ford Mazda on the Danville Bypass and online at stuartpowell.com.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager of Stuart Powell Ford Mazda here in Danville. And for over 75 years, we've been doing business the right way. We make it easy to do business with us, and we pride ourselves on providing quality products and service at a fair price. Stop by and see us at 225 South Danville Bypass and experience for yourself how easy it is to do business with us. 127 Bypass at the Prairie intersection.
Come to Stuart Powell, we can do business.
Stuart Powell Ford Mazda.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The 45th District Softball Championship game was suspended yesterday by rain in the bottom of the third inning. Garrett County and Boyle County were scoreless. The game resumes tomorrow at 3 o'clock at Boyle with the Lady Rebels at the plate in the bottom of the third. Catch the outcome on Z105 at 3 o'clock Saturday. Both teams advance to the 12th region tournament. Kentucky stayed alive in the SEC baseball tournament with a 9-6 win over Arkansas. UK faces South Carolina this afternoon at 4 o'clock in an elimination game. Tennessee ousted Texas A&M 7-4. It was LSU 11, South Carolina 10, and Vanderbilt 4, Mississippi State 3. The other elimination game comes this evening in Hoover, Alabama, Tennessee versus Mississippi State. It's back to single elimination Saturday as LSU and Vanderbilt are in the semifinals against Friday's winners. Hometown Radio has a big weekend of racing for you, starting with Xfinity action at 12:30 Saturday afternoon. Then join us at noon Sunday for the Indianapolis 500, followed by the NASCAR Coca-Cola 600 Cup race at 5. It's all coming your way on WHIR FM 103.9 and streaming at hometownlive.net. Game 2 of the NBA Eastern Conference saw the Celtics beat the Pacers 126-110 last night. Boston leads Indiana 2-0. Tonight in the West, Dallas tries to go up 2-0 at Minnesota. In baseball, Cincinnati has now lost 9 consecutive series after falling to San Diego Thursday 6-4 in 10 innings. They host Los Angeles tonight, where the scheduled starters will be Hunter Green for the Reds against Walker Buehler for the Dodgers. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
It's It's our annual Memorial Day sale from Big Deals. Hi, Jenny here to tell you that savings abound all weekend at your Big Deal store. Now through Monday, you'll save an additional 15% on your entire purchase. No promo code necessary. Stock up on some of your favorites or try something new. We've got gift certificates for dozens of local businesses. This weekend, save big from Big Deals.
At hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Hey folks, Chrysler Cowboy here. When I started my journey in the automotive industry, learned 3 valuable lessons. 1, have a good product. 2, treat people with respect. And 3, make sure it's a fair deal for everybody. I'm proud to call Anderson County my home, and at Chrysler Lawrenceburg, we want to give you that down-home experience. We offer certified pre-owned vehicles that come with a lifetime engine warranty, free tire rotation with every oil change, and customer service that rivals the best anywhere around. Chrysler Cowboy. If you can't remember that, just look for the hat. It's where you need to be, folks. Chrysler of Lawrenceburg.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right, then. Thank you there, Jack. Brought to you by Dexter and WHIR Insurance. They are your local independent insurance agency. They proudly represent the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Call Mark or Chris. They'll give you a free quote, 236-6686, Dexter and WHIR Insurance. Partly sunny, 83 and 63 are high and low for today. Dealing with some early morning fog. Tomorrow, you get rain shower chances, partly sunny, 83. Sunday, mostly sunny, and a high of 86. Right now, it's 7:21 in the morning, and we are talking with Judy Mason, Danville Lady Admiral, head girls basketball coach, who announced earlier this week she was ending her tenure as the head coach of the Lady Admirals. Good morning, Coach Mason. How are you?
Good morning, Joe. I'm great. How are you?
Doing great, Coach. Appreciate you being on here this morning, talking with us, and what I'm sure has been a very emotional week for you, and making the decision to step down as Danville Lady Admiral head coach after 17 years at Danville. Coach, let's talk first of all. What made you make this decision? What made you say, you know what, this is the right time for me to step away from the Danville Lady Admiral head coaching spot?
Well, you know, Joe, I don't know if you read Mike Marcy's story, but, you know, I have. I've been there 17 years and been loyal through a lot of changes. And you know, there's been a lot of changes over Danville in those years. And, you know, it just got to the point that I think that I thought we had a little stability, and there's another change coming, and I just felt like it was the right time. And you know me a long time. I'm very passionate about everything I do. I'm compassionate. I'm loyal. And that's what I teach my kids to be. And they knew I was going to step away if another change or some changes happened. And they understood that, and they supported me because they're loyal to me. I'm loyal to them, and to all the Danville kids. You know, this wasn't just about basketball. This was a hard decision.
Yeah. 17 years ago, you took the job at Danville, Coach. I was a senior in high school when you took the job at Danville 17 years ago. And you mentioned Mike Marcy's article. If people have not read that, you can read it on the amnews.com website. It's a great article, kind of just profiling the great run that Judy Mason has had at Danville. It was interesting, Coach. You thought this would kind of just be a one-year gig, right? Like you came over to Danville, you had just left Bull, came over to Danville, let's see what happens 1 year, and now 17 years later, here you are stepping down as the head coach. What was it about Danville that drew you there and then made you want to stay for nearly 2 decades?
Well, no, we can't lie. You know what drew me there? I got fired at Bull. So that's, I mean, one thing you can say about Coach Mason, I'm always honest. And we know what drew me there. I got fired at Bull, and Coach Mason, in her way, decided she was going to go to Danville and beat Bull County. Mm-hmm. So I basically went to Danville for 1 year and fell in love with the kids. And, you know, I will say every decision I ever made, I felt like I made for the kids. And sometimes that rubbed the adults the wrong way. But I was okay with that because as much as I demand of my kids, I'm going to give that. I'm going to be loyal. I'm going to be there. Whether it was 1 year, 3 years, or 17 years, Judy Mason was going to be there for her kiddos. And, man, I fell in love with them.
Yeah.
They're cool. You know, they're good kids. You know, Joe, unless you've been in Danville hallways, you don't know what Danville High School is.
Yeah. Yeah, Coach, you started at Somerset. From there, went to Boyle County, then to Danville. You mentioned in the article with Mike Marcy that you loved taking jobs where you feel like you had to walk in and there was some work to be done, right? Like you weren't taking over these programs that were quote-unquote perennial powers. And Danville had some years here and there, but in terms of sustained success, they didn't have that until Judy Mason walked through those doors. What was it about having those jobs that you liked so much, about coming in and having to work for the success that you all had?
You know, like I've always said, even when I played, I never chased wins. I couldn't tell you. When Mike asked me how many wins I had, I'll be honest with you when I say I have no idea. And I wanted to build that foundation, and that was what was so special about Danville. I got them when they were kindergartners. You know, I saw them in my little rec league, my camps, from kindergarten through 12th grade, through college. So you're talking, I've been there 17 years, coached 14 of those 17. I've seen the Ivy Turners for 17 years. And so seeing those kids go from kindergarten children to girls to young ladies to women that can take on this world, that's what makes it special to Judy Mason. And that's what I did with those kids. I put into them that they could do anything they put their minds to. And whether we were good, bad, ugly, whatever, you knew you was going to have a battle and you were going to be tired after the game, whether we won or lost.
Coach, you said you don't even know about the number of wins you have, so let's go over those. How about this? 281 wins in 14 seasons at Danville alone, 565 wins in 30 seasons at Somerset, Boyle County, and Danville. You are the winningest coach in 12th region history. You are 8th on the career list for Kentucky girls basketball coaches in terms of wins with 565 of them. When you hear all those accomplishments, Coach, how does that make you feel? When you hear everything that you've done over the last 30 years as a head coach, you hear all the accomplishments. How does that make you feel?
I love my kids. I love what they did. I love the run they gave me. I love the emotions they gave me. It ain't about the wins. Like I tell everybody, they're not going to put that on my tombstone. You know, I'd rather them put something like, I helped young ladies become women. And so those stats are good for everybody else. But, man, I had players that made those stats happen and kids that the comments I've had on Facebook from kids I coached in 1989 to now amazes me.
Mm. And that's what it means as a coach, right? The fact that, like, even 35 years ago, 30 years ago, players are still reaching out to you to tell you how much you meant to them as a high school junior or senior or sophomore 30 years ago.
Absolutely, and it's not even the kids that played for me, you know. It's the David Walkers, the Maury Van Cleves, the kids like that were at Danville that I think I try to help and mold, and even kids that went to other schools. You know, that's what I want to be remembered for. And I really think I will because, as I said, every decision I made, I felt like, right or wrong, I felt like it was what was in the best interest of our kids or my kids that I were involved in.
Coach, when you look at your career at Danville, you know, even in the time that I've been at the radio station, and I started here back in 2012, so I've seen, you know, quite a few of the years of you being the head coach at Danville, but I mean, like some of the players you've had. Going back, I remember one of the first interviews that I did. I used to have a Friday morning sports segment, a pre-recorded segment. I'd come back and edit. It was called the High School Sports Extra. One of the first ones I did, I came to Danville Lady Admiral basketball practice, and I interviewed you and Casey Young back in like 2012. Wow. And from Casey Young to C.J. McPherson to Essence Gray and Lakin Gray and Ivy Turner and Love Mays and Desiree Tandy and the Akers twins. I mean, it just goes on, the number of phenomenal players that you've been able to coach at Danville over the last 15 years or so.
Wow, yeah, you don't get me emotional here. And great kids. Every single kid you just mentioned has reached out to me and thanked me. And since I resigned. And remember, resign, not retired.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll be on the sideline again somewhere. But I say, Mike, it's always about the kids. And I think you knew that back then. I think back then you and I formed a relationship. And I remember that day also. And, you know, we're talking also the Tristan Ford. Look what he means to me. I mean, he means as much to me as my ball players does. And I wish him well. I hate it that I'm not going to be there to help support him. But I know he's going to do great in life and everything he tries to accomplish.
Yeah, another great Judy Mason story. I feel like I came and did a story on Danville volleyball at one point. And you were the head coach. What year were you the head coach of Danville volleyball? It was 1 year, right?
It was 1 year. I don't know. I know we won the All-A in the district that year. The only one up there on that wall.
And I remember coming and interviewing you during that year, and I asked you, I said, what do you know about volleyball, Coach? Like, obviously, you know about basketball. You've coached softball before, but what do you know about volleyball? And you basically said, I don't know a whole lot about volleyball, but...
I think I said absolutely
yes,
nothing.
yeah. You're like, but I don't have to know about it. The girls know about volleyball. I just have to teach the girls to believe that they can win. And you all did. You won the district championship. You mentioned you won the region All-A. What is it, Coach, about coaching people to know how to win, right? You don't even have to know the sport, but just getting the girls to believe that they can go out and win. And how important is that? And how do you even coach that?
You know, it's about them seeing you do it. You know, a lot of times people on the sideline think I'm out there, getting on the people and everything. But I feel like if I'm sitting down, I'm letting my kids down. So I want them to see how hard I work. And I've always told them I may never be the best coach you have, but I guarantee nobody will outwork me. And that's what I did every single day I was at Danville or at Somerset. I worked every single day as hard as I could. And those kids saw that. And even living in Somerset and driving to Danville every day, that's a 2-hour trip. I did it for 14 years, 7 days a week, because I did Saturday and Sunday. When those kids saw me do that, they knew that I meant what I said when I said I'm loyal to you. And they jumped on and just rode with me.
With former Danville Lady Admiral head coach Judy Mason this morning, Coach, you did mention earlier, about 2 or 3 minutes ago, this is a resignation and not a retirement. So you feel like there's a chance, Coach, maybe if the right job comes open somewhere, that Coach Mason will be back on the sidelines?
Oh, absolutely. Coach Mason's Coach Mason, and I'm going to do it. I don't know wherever it may lead, but right now I'm going to enjoy it. We'll see where it takes me, but I guarantee you'll be the one of the first that I'll let know.
I appreciate that. Coach Judy Mason, what a phenomenal career she's put together at Danville with more than 280 wins. Danville's all-time wins leader in girls basketball. You won, Coach, the 12th region championship in 2014, made the state tournament. You won 5 45th district titles. Is there a team at Danville that sticks out to you, Coach, amongst all of them that you coached, one that you may circle and say, wow, I was super proud of this team, what we accomplished that year?
I'm going to tell you, I never thought the group with C.J. McPherson and Essence and Lakin Gray, Nene Chenault could ever be runner-up in the state tournament. We beat we beat Newport Central, Bishop Brossard. We were 30-point underdogs. And you talk about belief, those kids believed everything I said. And a real quick story, I'll never forget, we were going in to play Newport, and I'd asked Nell Thorner, who's at Boone County, what can I do to beat them? We just upset Brossard, and so we didn't have a scouting report. We didn't think we would be playing. And she said, Coach, it's the best team I've ever seen in high school. So all the work that Coach McCulley and Brian Huffman had done to get ready, stayed up all night, drinking coffee, getting ready. I had it on the board, and right before we went out for tip, I went in and erased every bit of it, and I said, I can't lie to you. They're better than you all. None of this will work. You all just got to do it. And they won that ball game.
Wow.
So probably that team.
Yeah, that was the team that won the region championship, advanced to the second round of the state tournament, and you mentioned beat that Bishop Brossard team. That was a 60-58 win in a game played at the Frankfort Convention Center. Looking at the stats right now, Coach, you had 14 from C.J. McPherson, 14 from Olivia Walker, 10 from Zenobia Walker that day. Essence and Lakin Gray had 7 each. It was when you talk about a team effort, 60 points, and you had about 7 or 8 different girls score points in that game to beat that Bishop Brossard team by 2.
And 2 of those were freshmen. Zenobia and Olivia Walker were freshmen, and so they wasn't the best team I ever coached. But man, they gave me everything they had.
Former Danville Lady Admiral head coach Judy Mason. Coach, we appreciate you being on this morning, talking with us about your decision to step down as Danville head coach. It was always a pleasure to talk with you once a week during basketball season, and then you made those deep runs, and we had you on multiple times a week, and there was never a time where I texted Judy Mason and she said, no, I'm not going to go on the radio. She was always willing to get on, talk about her Lady Admirals, and promote her Lady Admirals any way she could. And, Coach, we appreciate you so much for that.
Thank you, Joe, and I appreciate you, and I'm always a phone call away.
Yes, ma'am, Coach. Appreciate that. Talk to you later.
All right, Joe, have a good day.
You too. Bye. That's Judy Mason, former Danville Lady Admiral head coach, who decided after 17 years at Danville to step down as the head coach of the Danville Lady Admirals. 281 wins in 14 seasons as the head coach. She was at Danville for 17 years, did take a couple of years off, and then came back and coached from the 2018 or 2019 season through this year as well. She is the all-time wins leader in the 12th region. No one's won more games as a 12th region coach than Judy Mason, 565 of them, and it's not even close, really. The next person behind her was the longtime Garrett County coach Ken Hurd, who's 120 wins behind Coach Mason. So it would take some work. All of 565 wins of Judy Mason all came at 12th region schools, Somerset, Boyle County, and Danville. And what a career she put together at Danville, turning them into an annual perennial powerhouse. You felt like if Judy Mason was on the sideline, that Danville was going to have a chance to win. I've called games here for the radio station since 2012, and I know I felt that way. When you walked into a gym and Judy Mason was on the sideline coaching a Danville team, you felt like they were more than likely the better team and were going to win. And even if they weren't the better team, they were still going to give you a chance to win because they play so hard. And what a phenomenal career Judy Mason put together at Danville as the school's all-time wins leader. 281 of them made the state tournament in 2014. That was the year they were runner-ups in the All-A championship game. That's the year she was talking about there at the very end, that year where they beat Bishop Broster, one of the best teams in the state, 60-58 in that quarterfinal round of the All-A State Tournament. 7:35 in the morning. We got more basketball interviews coming up in about an hour at 8:40 this morning. We've got Sean Busick. He's the new Danville Christian Academy head boys basketball coach. He'll be on here as well. Coming up next on The Joe Show at 7:35.
Every turn is a total rush in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
There's no better time to experience the new 2024 Kia Telluride. Just $399 down and $399 a month. Or the 2024 Seltos. Just $249 down and $249 a month. And save even more on our scratch and dent storm damaged cars.
Experience the rush with confidence in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
2024 Kia Telluride, $399 per month, $2457 due assigning. 2024 Kia Seltos, $249 per month, $1384 due assigning, 36 months lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, doc, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer price may not include dealer and options. See dealer for details. Offer expires May 31st, 2024.
Hi, this is Karen, and at ADA Heating and Air, we offer free estimates on replacements. We install American Standard heating and air conditioning equipment. Our employees do not work on commission, so you don't pay for unnecessary repairs. We offer the best pricing around. On average, we can save you 15%. We offer same or next day service. Financing is available on our website at adaheatingandair.com. Call ADA today. All your HVAC needs at 859-519-6382. ADA is on the way.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Boyle County students will no longer have to pay for breakfast or lunch. Boyle County Schools announced that effective next year, all of their district schools will participate in the community eligibility provision. That means that all students that attend a Boyle County school will receive a no-cost breakfast and lunch for their meals. Additional meals and extras can still be purchased, but the first breakfast and first lunch is free. The community eligibility provision is a part of the federally funded National School Lunch Program and School Breakfast Program. Law enforcement in Boyle and Mercer County are looking for the suspect in an incident where someone appears to be throwing objects at moving vehicles. In a Facebook post, a woman says that her husband was driving on 33 between Gwen Island Road and North Point Prison near the Boyle-Mercer County line when an object flew at him from the side of the road and smashed into and broke his windshield. The Boyle County Sheriff's Office now says they're looking into the incident and that if anyone has any information to contact them. They say they, quote, take this irresponsible, reckless behavior very seriously and will not stand for it. Danville Boyle County Parks and Rec is officially making it pool season with the opening of Bunny Davis Pool. They announced that the Bunny Davis Pool will have its summer opening tomorrow. Bunny Davis will be open tomorrow from 12 until 6. Those are its Monday through Saturday hours, with Sunday hours being 1 until 6. There are also season passes for individuals and families. It's $4 for a daily fee, and kids 2 and under get in free. Lincoln County Schools is one of 29 districts in the state participating in this year's Summer Boost Reading and Mathematics program during summer school. The program is a partnership between the Kentucky Department of Education, the Summer Food Service Program, and the Children's Reading Foundation. Stanford Elementary School will be the host site at Lincoln County. And congratulations to Danville and Boyle County students who finished their last day of school today. They'll both have their graduation ceremonies tonight. DCA's graduation is set for tomorrow. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
A healthy weight, more energy, and smooth, regular bowel movements. 3 things everyone strives for.
It's me, Chuck Norris. There's one really important thing we don't talk about enough: our health. Achy joints, digestive issues, weight gain, and fatigue. We're told these are normal signs of aging. So working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick is a revolutionary formula combining 10 different supplements in one. Probiotics that help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and several of the most powerful anti-aging supplements on Earth. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, focused, and help manage stress.
Anybody can achieve great health regardless of their age.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com. Use code GREEN or text GREEN to 511-511 and claim 40% off today.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee.
Text GREEN to 511-511. Morning Kick.
These statements have not been evaluated.
It's racing biggest day this Sunday, 1,100 miles of racing, live on WHIR. It's the Indy 500 and the Coca-Cola 600 that adds up to 1,100 miles of racing. Coverage starts at noon with Indy 500. Then stay tuned for NASCAR's longest race of the year, live from Charlotte. The 600 coverage starts this Sunday afternoon at 5. Don't miss a lap on your station for racing, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9, and streamed around the world on HometownLive.net.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or 2 or 3 or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at HometownLive.net.
Uh-oh, we got a computer lock up here. This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by, the music would be playing right now, and it's brought to you by ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is on the way. Call them 859-519-6382 for ADA Heating and Air. Sunshine expected on our Friday afternoon. 83 degrees a high, a low tonight of 63 to get some fog going on right now as well as you make your way out. Tomorrow, partly sunny, a high of 83, a low tomorrow night of 64. And on Sunday, you get sunshine, chance of rain showers as well, and a high of 86. Right now, 7:41 in the morning. Jay Hetmansberger's time to call in for the County Agent's Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. And as we wait for Jay to call in, let's see what NBC News has got on tap today for us with the NBC Tech Report.
Call of Duty video game franchise is making a return. Activision announced Thursday that Call of Duty Black Ops 6 will be the next game released in the series. It'll mark the first release since Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War in 2020. More details are set to be revealed at the 2024 Xbox Games Showcase in Los Angeles on June 9th. OpenAI is striking a ChatGPT deal with News Corp. The multi-year global arrangement allows ChatGPT to use journalistic content from the media giant. OpenAI will also be able to use that content to train its AI models. And customers looking to order Jeep's first all-electric vehicle can make a reservation starting May the 31st. The new Wagoneer S is expected to be available in the fall ahead of the all-electric Jeep Recon SUV. The Wagoneer S will feature an estimated range of 300 miles on a charge and have 600 horsepower. Jeep is comparing its performance to the discontinued Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. Check report, Mark Mayfield, NBC News Radio.
A healthy weight, more energy, and smooth, regular bowel movements. 3 things everyone strives for.
That's me, Chuck Norris. There's one really important thing we don't talk about enough: our health. Achy joints, digestive issues, weight gain, and fatigue. We're told these are normal signs of aging. So working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick is a revolutionary formula combining 10 different supplements in one. Probiotics that help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and several of the most powerful anti-aging supplements on earth. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, focused, and help manage stress.
Anybody can achieve great health regardless of their age.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com. Use code GREEN or text GREEN to 511-511 and claim 40% off today.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee.
Text GREEN to 511-511. Morning Kick.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Message and data rates may apply. Paid for by Roundhouse Provisions.
Listen to WHIR online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky, YMAX.com.
7:45 in the morning. Jay Hetmansberger says he is on his way. So we'll wait around for Jay. And while we wait, let's go to Melton's Deli in Danville, grab ourselves a sandwich for lunch this afternoon. How about the hot shaved ham and Swiss, number 10 on the Melton's Deli menu, $5.99 for it. Smoked deli ham shaved thin with Swiss cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise, and a toasted croissant. It's $5.99 for the hot shaved ham and Swiss. Get it at Melton's Deli number 1, 247 East Main Street, or Melton's Deli number 2, 995 Ben Ally Drive in Danville. Melton's Deli, a great place to get your lunch. All sandwiches can be modified to suit whatever taste you like. So for me, hot shaved ham and Swiss. Let's put a little mustard on this sucker as well. Get this thing going here. $5.99 for the hot shaved ham and Swiss at Melton's Deli in Danville. 238-WHIR, phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. Yesterday's 45th District Championship softball game that was heard live on Z105 was suspended in the 3rd inning. So we'll pick up beginning in the bottom of the 3rd. Katie Qualls, who plays from Bull County, she'll be at the plate with a 1-2 count when we resume the action tomorrow. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, first pitch time between Boyle County and Garrett County for the 45th District Championship game. They can't do it tonight because Boyle has graduation tonight, and Boyle's still in school today. So that's why they have to wait till tomorrow. Hopefully the weather holds for tomorrow afternoon, and we can get the rest of this softball district championship game in here. Let's welcome on to the show Jay Hetmansberger for the County Agents Corner. Good morning, Jay. How are you?
Hey, good morning on this foggy morning.
Hey, what's going on with Jay today?
Well, it's pretty sick this morning. Get ready for a 3-day weekend,
Yes,
Joe.
big long weekend. Ready for it, happy for it. And Jay's kicking our weekend off with the County Agents Corner. Brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. Now, Jay, before we let you hop into this, I'm going to give you something to chew on a little bit. I've got a list here. This has nothing to do with random facts. I'm just going to ask you for your opinion. A list of 10 things that people are convinced that other people only pretend to enjoy. So that's my question for you today, Jay. Is there something that you think is so overrated that there's no way this many people can enjoy this specific product? People have to be faking that they like it.
So you're talking about a product.
A product or a food or just a TV show, anything along those lines. Okay. It's got maybe a huge following or a ton of people say they like it, but you're like, how in the world can this be this popular? It's not that great. So that's my question for you, Jay. You don't have to tell me right now. You can think about it a little bit. We'll let you do the County Agents Corner. I'll come back. I'll give you what my answer is, so maybe that gives you some more options to think through. But first, the County Agents Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Here's Jay Hetmansberger.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the County Agents Corner. This program is brought to you each week at this time as a service of the Boyle, Garrett, Lincoln, and Mercer County UK Agriculture Extension agents. I am Jay Hetmesberger, UK Agriculture Agent in Garrett County. This morning's topic is maturity determines forage quality. Of all the factors affecting hay quality, stage of maturity when harvested is the most important and the one in which greatest progress can be made. As legumes and grasses advance from vegetative to reproductive stage, they become higher in fiber and lignin content and lower in protein content, digestibility, and acceptability to livestock. The optimum stages of maturity to harvest for yield, quality, persistence compromise is usually when plants are making a transition from vegetative to reproductive stage. Making the first hay cut early permits aftermath growth to begin at a time when temperature and soil moisture are usually more favorable for plant growth and generally increases total yield per acre. After mowing, poor weather and handling conditions can lower hay quality. Rain can cause leaf loss and can leach nutrients from plants during curing. Sunlight can lower hay quality through bleaching and lowering vitamin A content. Raking and or tedding dry, brittle hay can cause excessive leaf loss. And hay plants with an 80% moisture content must lose approximately 6,000 pounds of water to produce a ton of hay at 20% moisture. So conditioning or crushing the stems at time of mowing will cause stems to dry at a more nearly the same rate as leaves. And conditioning will usually decrease the drying time of large stem plants by up to a day and can result in leaf and nutrient savings. Raking in or tedding while hay is moist and baling before hay is too dry will help reduce leaf losses. And store to minimize loss, preserve quality, and feed for efficiency. And that's today's County Agent's Corner. It's been my pleasure to be your host this week. I am Jay Hetmesberger, UK Agriculture Agent in Garrett County. Hope you have a nice day and a prosperous year down on the farm.
Jay Hetmesberger in the County Agent's Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. All right, Jay, something that I think is overrated. It's got to be overrated. How can this many people like it? I've got a lot of opinions on this because I'm an opinionated guy. I've mentioned before on the air about how people like their hot dogs burnt to a crisp, which seems really weird to me. Beef jerky is one of those products where I don't understand how that's even a thing. Why are people paying money for prepackaged chewy leather? But I'm going to go off the board here. I think superhero movies, like we know how it's going to end. How are there so many different superhero movies and people are still willing to go pay time after time after time after time again to go see another superhero movie? I mean, there's like one or two every single year. So I'm going, Jay, superhero movies. I'm convinced that the only reason people like them is because they're told they're supposed to like them. They're told they're popular, therefore they have to feel like they like them. Give me superhero movies for my answer, Jay. What about you?
Oh, I've been thinking. The one thing that comes to my mind is watching a tennis match.
Okay, so you're not a big tennis fan.
I'm not a big tennis fan, but then I think I probably do things that other people probably think that it's crazy. I'll agree with you on the beef jerky. Beef jerky's gotten really expensive.
It's not even that the price. Like, even if it was cheap, it would probably be easier to digest, quote unquote. But I'm just like, why are this? You enjoy eating this salty piece of chewy wood? Like, why are you buying this stuff? There's so many other things in the gas station. Like, if you want protein, there's so many other things. Or just like want a snack. Like, they got chips and they got trail mix and they got other. But you're buying this of all the things.
So I know, but I've got kids that love it. They just love it for a snack.
But do they love it, Jay, or do they only love it because they feel like they're supposed to love it because it's sold in stores?
No, I think they like it.
Okay. All right,
so
Jay.
Each his own, Joe. So
there you go. Yeah.
All
right, here we go.
All different. We're all made different. That's what makes the world go round.
Yes. All right, Jason. Random facts for you this morning. Here we go. Fact number one: those stackable plastic patio chairs. You know what I'm talking about? They can stack on top of each other. Yeah. They're called monoblock chairs. They were once banned from public spaces in Switzerland to preserve the beauty of the cityscape. So you couldn't find those in Switzerland, those plastic patio chairs that almost everyone has in the patio now.
Of all the things you might want to ban,
that's it.
Plastic patio chair. Okay.
Yeah. Number 2, in the early 1900s, before alarm clocks were popular, people in England would hire people to knock on their windows with a pole to wake them up.
Well, what woke them up?
That's exactly what they had to hire other people with poles. There was just a bunch of people walking around town with poles in their hand at all times of the day.
Exactly.
Yeah. Number 3, the Andes mints. You know those little chocolate mints, Andes mints?
Uh-huh.
They are not named after the Andes Mountains. They're actually named after their founder, Andy Canelos. He spells his name A-N-D-Y. I don't know why he added the E-S at the end. Maybe as kind of a play off the mountains, but they're named after the man who founded the mints.
I didn't know that. I figured they were named after the mountain.
Yeah, me too. Number 4, the first prize that Bob Barker ever announced on The Price is Right when it started was back in 1972. It was a fur coat. The actual retail price, $595. The woman who won the bid won it with a $350 bid. Remember, you couldn't go over in Price is Right, so like you had to kind of undershoot.
Yeah, you can't go over. Yeah.
She undershot a lot, but still won it despite being $250 shy of how much it actually cost.
Wow,
Yeah.
that show made a long run. Wow.
And then number 5, Jay, even though the song Strangers in the Night was a giant hit for Frank Sinatra, he hated the song and almost never played it live. Hated to sing it live. Strangers in the Night, Frank Sinatra. Some random facts for you this morning, Jay. There it is right there. Jay, appreciate you being on. Talk to you again in June, okay?
All right, everybody have a good
All right,
weekend.
Jay, you too. Bye. Jay Hetmansberger, County Agent's Corner. Brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. Strangers in the Night. Which I've heard that about bands and artists. Like there's a song that's so popular that they hate playing it because they feel like they have to play it everywhere because that's the song they're known for. So that's not a shocker to me. Frank Sinatra hated this song.
So exciting, something in my heart told me I must have you. Strangers in the night, two lonely people, we were strangers in the night.
Now is your last chance to get Suntan City's biggest deal. Tan for a year for just $15 a month when paid in full.
FOMO is a real thing. Nobody wants to miss out on a great party, a fun trip, or a fantastic deal. Like when all your friends are showing off their beautiful Suntan City tans. So don't wait. Say no to FOMO.
Buy today and tan for a year for just $15 a month when paid in full. Ends May 31st.
Let yourself shine at Suntan City.
Stock number RN650574, MSRP 35840, sales price 33840. Price excludes tax, title, and license. Some customers may not qualify. Down payment will vary with APR and credit. Not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers. See dealer for details. Offer in 6324.
The school year is almost over, but the deals are just getting started at Don Franklin Mitsubishi. During our summer sales event, get 0% APR for 48 months on select 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander models. Graduate to a better ride at Don Franklin Mitsubishi, driven by family.
Buyer beware. No matter what you're in the market for, it's buyer beware. This is Lauren from B&L Jewelers. Every day we see people come into B&L Jewelers and want us to look at the great deal they got online or at a discount jewelry store. Usually, the item they bought is not really what they thought they were getting, which leads to disappointment.
Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
Here at B&L Jewelers, we try to educate you on the diamond you are buying. So when you give the gift of love, you have all the confidence of your decision to buy from B&L Jewelers was the correct one. We back up all of our jewelry with a lifetime guarantee and a trade-up policy, which you will receive full credit of the purchase price for your diamond in the future. As always, we offer special financing and 6 months free layaway. Come and see us here at B&L Jewelers today in the Danville Manor Shopping Center.
Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
Imagine if you had 100 years to dedicate yourself to fun and wonder. That's exactly what Kentucky State Parks is celebrating this year. 100 years of unmatched scenery and history. with guided hikes and acclaimed golf, plus all kinds of cozy lodging and accommodations. Dedicate your weekends to creating memories that last a lifetime at parks.ky.gov.
Now available at Farmers National Bank, free checking and a free gift. Simply open a new Farmers National Bank personal or business checking account and receive a free gift. Minimum required deposit is only $50. We make the process fast and easy. Call 866-888-0220 or stop into one of our 12 convenient locations. Farmers National Bank, with locations in Danville, Bergen, Harrisburg, Junction City, Lancaster, Perryville, Stanford, Liberty, and Middleburg. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Catch the best of Sean Hannity, Saturday mornings 10 to 1 on WHIR.
Ah, 7:59 in the morning. Coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, Dusty joins the show for the Kentucky Music Preview number 2. That'll be at about 8:10 or so this morning. We'll talk with Sean Busick, new DCA boys basketball coach, at 8:40-ish or so. At 8:50, Barry Newby Discount House 2.0 having their big Memorial Day sale coming up. And we'll have Barry on the show at 8:50 this morning again to talk about what kind of deals you can get at Discount House 2.0 from today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday, especially on Saturday. That's the day you're going to want to circle. And we'll talk with Barry about that in about an hour on the Joe Show, WHIR Danville. It's 8 o'clock.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland is pushing back against recent claims made by former President Trump against the Justice Department and the FBI. He was asked about a Truth Social post Trump made earlier this week when he said President Biden's DOJ authorized the FBI to use deadly force during the 2022 raid on Mar-a-Lago.
That allegation is false, and it is extremely dangerous.
He went on to say the language in the search warrant is standard policy limiting the use of force. Garland also pointed out the same statement was used in the search of President Biden's home for a similar matter. President Biden is slamming Republicans for blocking a border security bill in the Senate. Mark Mayfield with more.
In a statement, Biden claimed that Republicans don't care about securing the U.S.-Mexico border and want to exploit the issue leading up to the November elections. Senators voted 43-50 to tank the proposal, negotiated by a group of Democratic and Republican senators. The legislation also failed earlier this year following opposition from Donald Trump. Biden said the bill would have hired more Border Patrol agents and personnel and provided funding for technology to stop fentanyl trafficking. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Hundreds of Harvard students walked out during yesterday's 373rd commencement ceremony. A crowd estimated at around 30,000 was at Harvard Yard yesterday, and around halfway through the ceremony, the students rose and walked out. They're upset that Harvard barred 13 students from receiving their degrees for their involvement in the unauthorized encampment protest over Gaza. A new deal between the NCAA and the country's 5 biggest conferences could pave the way to student athletes being paid. On Thursday, the NCAA announced a tentative agreement to a series of antitrust lawsuits which could direct millions of dollars to collegiate athletes as soon as the fall of 2025. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024, Bank of America, N.A.
Something amazing is happening. Data is powering insights and innovation. Network security has cyber attacks playing defense. Devices are improving the quality of work and the quality of life. That's what happens when you partner with CDW. Our experts help you get the most from your technology. We work with you to plan it, build it at scale, and manage it, so you can do amazing things. CDW. Make amazing happen. Learn more at CDW.com.
Scientists at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration are the latest to predict an above-normal 2024 Atlantic hurricane season. Tammy Trujillo reports.
NOAA is forecasting 17 to 25 named storms, 8 to 13 hurricanes, and 4 to 7 major hurricanes during the sixth-month season that starts on June 1st. Forecasters say the increased activity is due to several factors, including near-record warm ocean temperatures and the development of a La Niña weather pattern. This comes as the National Hurricane Center is tracking a disturbance in the southwestern Atlantic. Forecasters say an area of low pressure is expected to form within the system in the next day or so, but it's being given a low chance of developing as it moves away from Florida this weekend. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
The holiday getaway rush is underway, with AAA estimating more than 43 million people will travel 50 miles or more this Memorial Day weekend. Jacqueline Carl with more.
Some travelers will choose mass transit, but about 38 million are planning to drive, and a AAA spokesperson agrees this could be the way to go.
Road trips are obviously desirable for many people. They're convenient, they give you flexibility, and gas prices are on driver's side.
Gas prices are about the same as last year at about $3.57 a gallon. Drivers should plan on hitting traffic, especially during the peak travel time between 2 and 4 p.m. Heading home on Monday, experts say the best time to hit the road will be after 7 p.m.
If you're a foodie, today could be your day. More from Bree Tennis.
One poll says 53% of Americans consider themselves adventurous eaters. And if you're one of them, today is your day. It's National Escargot Day. They date back to ancient Rome and elevated by the French with the addition of garlic and butter. And it is all about the butter because they are garden snails. No kidding, just like the ones in your yard.
Michael Kastner, NBC News.
Looking for something more from your personal checking account? Then one of our new Community Trust Advantage checking accounts might be right for you. Our Advantage checking accounts offer great features such as ID Protect, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, travel and leisure discounts, and shopping rewards, which makes it easier for you to save money on everyday purchases. Learn more at ctbi.com. Get more out of your checking. Open an account today. Our friendly professional staff at one of our many branches will be happy to assist you.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, terms and conditions apply.
It's back, it's better, new owners and new style. In Danville on Stewart's Lane, it's the new Papa's Truck Stop.
Say what?
Open 24 hours for any time. Chicken, pizza, and snack bar always hits the spot. It's the new Papa's Truck Stop on Stewart's Lane in Danville.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Boyle County students will no longer have to pay for breakfast or lunch. Boyle County Schools announced that effective next year, all of their district schools will participate in the community eligibility provision. That means that all students that attend a Boyle County school will receive a no-cost breakfast and lunch for their meals. Additional meals and extras can still be purchased, but the first breakfast and first lunch is free. The community eligibility provision is a part of the federally funded National School Lunch Program and School Breakfast Program. Law enforcement in Boyle and Mercer County are looking for the suspect in an incident where someone appears to be throwing objects at moving vehicles. In a Facebook post, a woman says that her husband was driving on 33 between Gwen Island Road and North Point Prison near the Boyle-Mercer County line when an object flew at him from the side of the road and smashed into and broke his windshield. The Boyle County Sheriff's Office now says they're looking into the incident and that if anyone has any information to contact them. They say they, quote, take this irresponsible, reckless behavior very seriously and will not stand for it. Danville Boyle County Parks and Rec is officially making it pool season with the opening of Bunny Davis Pool. They announced that the Bunny Davis Pool will have its summer opening tomorrow. Bunny Davis will be open tomorrow from 12 until 6. Those are its Monday through Saturday hours, with Sunday hours being 1 until 6. There are also season passes for individuals and families. It's $4 for a daily fee, and kids 2 and under get in free. Lincoln County Schools is one of 29 districts in the state participating in this year's Summer Boost Reading and Mathematics program during summer school. The program is a partnership between the Kentucky Department of Education, the Summer Food Service Program, and the Children's Reading Foundation. Stanford Elementary School will be the host site at Lincoln County. And congratulations to Danville and Boyle County students who finished their last day of school today. They'll both have their graduation ceremonies tonight. DCA's graduation is set for tomorrow. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
Every turn is a total rush in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
There's no better time to experience the new 2024 Kia Telluride, just $399 down and $399 a month. Or the 2024 Seltos, just $249 down and $249 a month. And save even more on our scratch and dent storm damaged cars.
Experience the rush with confidence in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
2024 Kia Telluride, $399 per month, $2457 due assigning. 2024 Kia Seltos, $249 per month, $1384 due assigning, 36 months lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, doc, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer price may not include dealer and adoption. See dealer for details. Offer expires May 31st, 2024.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. At the Nutrition Center, we strive to help our customers achieve optimal health. From our high-quality collagen proteins to our immune system support vitamins, we are here to help you and your family stay healthy all throughout the year. We provide locally raised, free-range meats, eggs, and fresh milk and organic produce boxes delivered weekly. Your locally owned Danville Nutrition Center is here to serve you. Visit us at 802 South 4th Street in Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends at ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is always on the way. Call them. 859-519-6382. That's how you get in touch with ADA Heating and Air. Areas of dense fog this morning. Sunshine. A high today of 83. Low tonight of 63. You do get sunshine today. Partly sunny skies tomorrow and Sunday as well. Memorial Day Monday, mostly sunny. And a high of 82 with a 50-50 chance of rain on Monday. Right now, it's 8:09 in the morning, and Dusty is in studio with us. Good morning, Dusty. How are you?
Ooh, busy, Joe. Busy.
Busy man, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know if you were listening earlier this morning, Dusty.
No.
We were
Sorry.
talking. Shame on you.
Yeah, my bad.
Supposed to say yes anyway. I was.
Sorry.
Yeah, what was it?
Of course.
Which topic are you talking about? You're getting ready to allude to, Joe.
Yes.
Well, I was talking with Jay about 10 things that people are convinced other people only pretend to enjoy.
Okay.
So I asked Jay what his opinion was.
5th grade graduations.
You got one of those today to go to?
No,
I got a kindergarten graduation.
You have
to
a
go
kindergarten
to
go to? Yeah, those are one of them as well.
I was talking with Robert yesterday. I saw a video of a guy, he's probably our age, on Facebook yesterday, and it was like the end of school for us when we were kids versus now. And
was that on my story?
No, I don't know. It was on Reels.
Yeah, that might have been mine then.
The guy was like, so it started off with when he was in school. His parents like, all right, it's the last month of school. You have field day this day. Go have fun.
Yeah, here's your towel.
Here's your towel.
Yeah,
go have fun.
Go have fun.
Now it's Tuesday is dressed like your favorite purple dinosaur day.
Right.
Is that the one that you
That's
shared?
The one I
okay,
shared.
maybe I saw it on your page
Yeah.
then. And we've got 5th grade graduation, and we've got this day, and we've got field day, we've got luau day, we've got this. And parents, you need to be at this event at 8:30, this event at 9. Okay, I guess none of us work anymore.
None of us have real jobs.
No,
That's right.
we just leave whenever we want.
That's exactly
So
it.
I'm going to be leaving today whenever I want. About 9:20 or so this morning, I'm going to head over and see Jack's kindergarten program. He asked me yesterday if I was going to be there, and I said yes.
Oh, so that's why you look nice.
I mean, I don't look any different than what I just have my shirt tucked in, I think, is the difference right now.
I think that's it.
Yeah. So, well, Dusty, 10 things that people are convinced other people only pretend to enjoy. So let me read you these 10 things.
Sure.
And then my one that I think people just pretend to enjoy that I had, as my opinion, was superhero movies.
Oh, no, I like those.
I just don't get, there's new ones. There's 2 new ones every year. And we know how they're going to end.
It is a bit much, but I will say that the Infinity Saga, that very first one, that whole thing all the way up to the Infinity War and all that was excellent. I thought that was good.
So here we go. So here's the 10. Number 10, it says Twitter or X or whatever it is. Which I actually enjoy Twitter. I like Twitter a lot. I think the people on Twitter's a great place to go if you want to see people in their greatest form of satire and sarcasm.
Sure, yeah.
It's hilarious. So the Scotty Scheffler incident last week, some of the comments on those were Twitter Hall of Fame worthy.
Yeah.
So I enjoy Twitter a lot.
I'm not a big Twitter or X or Twix or whatever they want to call it now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a huge fan of that, but I can see its appeal, especially for breaking news and stuff like that. But you do have to vet most of the stuff, and I don't know. It is a cesspool, but I mean most of the internet.
That's how
is a
social
cesspool.
media is as a whole.
Yeah.
Number 9, gender reveal parties.
Yeah, no, those are dumb. Those are the worst.
I think it depends how big you get. So, like, when we have gender reveal parties for our family, like when we found out Jack was a boy, I don't know if it was Jack or Rayleigh, but we just had, like, cupcakes with icing in the middle.
Joe, Jack's a boy.
Oh, I know.
Rayleigh's
I know that. I can't remember for which one it was.
Oh, okay.
We just had family over and had, like, cupcake filling in the middle.
Yeah.
And they bit into it, and, it's a girl, or, it's a boy.
I'm all right. I don't even know if we had a gender reveal party, to be honest, which is fine because I think both my wife and I think the same thing about it. It's like, we could just tell you. Like, it could just be easily a text message.
All right, number 8, voluntarily waking up at 5 in the morning.
Sometimes I voluntarily do that.
But we know people that, like...
swear by it?
Yeah, that, like, brag, like, how early they wake up.
Right.
And I tell people how early I wake up, but I ain't waking up that early on the weekends.
Yeah, that's not voluntarily.
It's not voluntarily. This is my job.
Yeah.
Right? And so, like, people are like, wow, I can't believe you wake up so early. Well, I get paid to do it.
Right. And that's
different. I'm not voluntarily doing it just to do it because I feel like I have to start the morning off early.
Well, I don't, like, sometimes I wake up at 5 a.m. It depends on, of course, it depends on how the day before went, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, but it's like I need to get my exercise in, and that's really the only time I have.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know if it's, I guess you would still consider it voluntary, but it is for my own good and health.
Okay.
But I haven't done it any this week.
Well, here's another thing that's good for your health. What do you think about this? Again, the list of 10 things people are convinced only others pretend to enjoy. Running.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But you run.
I do, but I don't necessarily enjoy it.
Right. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's something that you feel like you have to do just because, I mean, you don't want to be.
I will say this. I've never gone on a run, ever, and come back and regretted going on the run. That's never happened.
That's true.
You always feel better afterwards.
Right.
Because you got the endorphins and the blood and the adrenaline going.
And all that, yeah.
But I would rather play basketball to get my exercise than run.
But you're also not coming in here and being like, Dusty, I had such an amazing run today. It was so
You've got to try it out,
You gotta
I'm not.
just break your knees. It's awesome.
Number 5, cold plunges in ice. I've never done that before, so I don't know.
I mean, I've taken a cold shower before to help, like, wake up. Like, I've, like, just turned it on cold and just stood there and just, like, oh!
That sounds horrible.
Right? But it's, like, one of those, like, you've only had, like, 2 or 3 hours of sleep and you got to get moving, so.
All right, that's number 5.
It's also not, I guess it's still voluntary, but I don't enjoy it. It's more, like, it's just a necessity.
Okay, well, but you're not pretending to enjoy it, though.
That's true. I'm going to call you up the next time I do it. I'll FaceTime.
Hey, Joe, I'm talking to you from the shower right now.
It's so cold, Joe.
Number 4, edible arrangements. What is that? Like flowers that are look like flowers, but they're edible?
What do you mean people don't enjoy those? Those are good.
Like fruit arrangements?
Well, you can get fruit. You can also get, like, so instead of getting flowers, you can get just, like, a group of candy bars.
I'd rather get a group of candy bars.
Right, exactly, totally. Like, that one, no. And the edible arrangements are good. You get, like, pineapple and the mango and the strawberries, and they're just all pretty. And
you know what I got Rebecca for Mother's Day? I got her, instead of flowers, actually I did get her a little thing of flowers, but instead of, like, big flowers, I got her an arrangement of restaurant gift cards.
Well, see,
like,
there you go.
Like, because she's always got a different taste for something. So, like, here's a Burger King, here's a Fazoli's, here's a this, here's a Zaxby's. So now she's like... And she's like flying through them, too.
Does she have to take you, though?
No, she didn't take me.
Oh,
this is like when she's on lunch at work.
Okay, very good. Okay,
like she'll just get a hankering for Jimmy John's or whatever, and she's got a Jimmy John's gift card because I gave it to her. You know, one of those.
Yeah, see, that's a good idea. Mm-hmm. Good job, Joe.
Number 3, I actually really enjoyed number 3, family Christmas and Thanksgiving gatherings. I love getting together with the family on the holidays.
Like
that's the best part about it, eating with your family.
Yeah, no, I think people really enjoy that. Well, of course, it depends on your family, but you have an awesome family. I have an awesome family.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah, I enjoy it too.
Number 2, high heels. I
have not enjoyed
one way or the
any
other
of the high heels that I've worn.
And then number 1, here's one, Dusty. LinkedIn.
I don't even know what
LinkedIn is a social media.
Oh, yeah, I
app.
keep getting messages that people searching for me on that.
Yeah, like it lets you know. So it's like a professional social media app.
Right.
So it's supposed to be like, this is who I am and what I do for a job, and any potential employers wanting to reach out to me, look at this great headshot I have.
Right.
That's what LinkedIn is. And I'll check it like once every 6 months, and it'll show you, like, I check it more frequently than Instagram.
I hope Robert's not listening.
No, it's just like a professional, like I got it on my phone. I've had it since college.
Oh, okay.
And and people can like endorse you on there, right? So like people can say, hey, Dusty's good.
This guy's pretty cool.
This guy, so Dusty's good at like sound engineering, and you'll have like 6 endorsements or 5 endorsements for light fixtures or whatever. Then they'll think you're an electrician.
Right.
This guy's good at hooking up light fixtures.
Or they'll think I work on cars for some reason.
Here's some other things on this list. Kombucha.
It depends on my gut health that week. I don't enjoy it, but
coffee.
I do enjoy coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Office.
No, I like The Office.
I love The Office.
Yeah, it's
I watched a clip of The Office the other day on Twitter. Another one of the overrated things. It was the one where Michael falls in the koi pond and can't get out. That episode. And I was just cracking up at it. He's just like swimming around in the koi pond, his suit's soaking wet. Let's see. League of Legends.
Oh, that's a video game. Yeah. I started whenever that game came out, but then it was too much.
And here's another great one that I would put on this list too: hiking, or AKA I'd put camping out on this list.
I do enjoy a good hike every once in a while, but you're right. Sometimes it's just
hot and muggy. Do we really want to climb up this mountain in 90-degree weather?
Yeah, depend on what you're doing. Yeah.
All right, Dusty, what we got going on in music today?
Well, first off, I'm going to tell you about my week real quick.
Okay.
So we have 3 graduations this weekend in 48 hours. So I got one tonight. I got to set it up, break it down. Then we got to go to Franklin County. Then we have 2 graduations in Franklin County. So if it's raining, just say a little prayer for Dusty because he's probably getting wet.
Okay. So there is no rain plan?
The rain plan for Harrison County is their gym. The rain plan for Franklin is we're just going to do it.
Just get it done faster.
Well, so here's the issue. So we have 2 Saturday, right? We have one in the morning, and it's like Franklin County and Western Hills, I think, are the 2 high schools. And the issue becomes if one of them, because you can't ask people to come in earlier, right? Like you can't be like, oh, it's going to rain at 5. I need everybody who's made their plans to show up at 3.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you can't do that.
Yeah.
So you always have to push later. So if the morning one pushes later because of weather, then it's going to push into the other one later on that night.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, can't you just get it done in an hour? Like, how long does it take? And it's like, no, we have to set up and break down 16 boxes on lifts, and all this stuff. And we're like, we can't do that. They're like, well, how fast can you do it? It's like, we are only 2 people. That's what you paid for.
And the faster you do it, the more mistakes are made, or you put something in a different place. Or I tried to tell Jack that yesterday. Jack came with me to announce the Boyle County, Gary County softball game, and he was trying to get stuff done quickly. Right. I'm like, dude, this is why you show up early.
No, yeah.
You can take your time. You hook up what's supposed to be there. You make sure the equipment's working. You don't have to speed through things.
You have time to test for errors. You have time to troubleshoot. What we always say, slow or it's like steady, like a steady pace is fast for us.
Okay.
Like you want a steady pace.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to rush. You don't want to hurry. You just need to be steady.
You got to be doing stuff. Yeah. Making sure you're getting it done.
And think before you move.
Yeah.
Right. And then so that's this weekend. This week I had a play that I did for Ashland Elementary. We did Alice in Wonderland. Right. Sounds wonderful. They did an excellent job. I had 24 microphones.
Sheesh.
4 of them which we provided. So the other 20 were just the schools.
Okay.
And so I can never put a disclaimer out that says something like that, right? Because it's just like, hey, these weren't our microphones. So we the condition varied, and 4 of them were from the district. And so it was just
a mix and match.
It's just a hodgepodge of microphones. A hodgepodge of children. So not only did I have 24 microphones to work with, I had 42 sound cues within an hour's worth of play.
Yeah. By the way, Dusty says something that's important as well, even in radio. And we don't have the same microphones in every studio, but we tried to get at least the same variation because different microphones sound different.
Right.
Some sound clearer, some sound more bassy, some sound more tinny. And so you want the microphones to sound the same regardless of whether I record a commercial in here or in the other studio. There's no difference between what microphone I use. So what Dusty says, even in radio, has some credence because you got to make sure things sound the same. Consistency for each person.
And then the other kicker is that they're lavaliers. And so where they get pinned on the child
also probably depends on the quality
right.
of how they're going to sound. Yeah.
Right. And so one of them came out and I could barely hear her and I'm staring at the stage looking and of course it's flipped upside down. So it's pointing at her belly button. not at her face.
Yeah.
And so I adjusted accordingly and tried to get the best that I can. Now, that's just stuff that I notice, and a lot of people are just like, oh, I can see their smiling faces, and it was great. But it's like, no, I'm harder on myself than anything.
Yes, I hear you.
Because it's like you missed a cue, or it's like, but I mean, like that play just moves so quick. Because not only are there like, so many sound cues, so many microphones, but because they're children, they get nervous. And so they just fly through their lines.
Faster.
Yeah, they're like, oh my gosh. And then like you have 3 different Alices. There's Cheshire Cats. There's like all this stuff. So there's like Big Alice, Medium Alice, Small Alice. But Small Alice is definitely Small Alice because she's like 5 inches shorter than the rest of them. But Large Alice is the same size as Medium Alice, and they look the same. And so they're coming in off stage, and I'm like, okay, I don't
what
know
mic is this?
Yeah, who's coming on? And so sometimes you catch them like walking off stage, which is always fun. Like one girl, it was like one of the flowers. I think she like messed up or something, but I didn't get her mic in time, and she was crying as she went off stage, and so you hear like tears.
You didn't get her mic turned off, and she was crying through the speakers.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, it's just one of those like, well, it's part of it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and so, but I mean, she was fine. Like, but they, like, I will say that their productions are
Where
nice.
was this at?
Ashland Elementary.
Okay.
In Lexington.
Is that the one that cut the arts program?
No, that's Cassidy.
Cassidy.
Yeah, that cut the art teacher. You know what the kicker to that is, though?
What?
So they cut the art teacher to Cassidy. Apparently, I also heard, this is just a grain of salt, so I have not looked at the budget for Fayette County, grant you. But I heard that one of the administrators got a $25,000 wellness bonus.
Well, is that a bonus for working out?
I don't know. What is it? What's a wellness bonus?
Tell you what, I would enjoy running a lot more if I was getting $25 grand to do it every day.
It's like if Robert came in and was like, Joe, I will give you $5,000 if you put on 8 pounds of muscle and reduce your body fat to 2%.
Watch me.
Yeah.
$5 grand for this?
Or okay,
I'm coming back like Atlas.
He's coming
looking like
ripped,
Atlas in here by the next month.
Well, if you're looking for live music to go see this weekend, after, of course, all the lovely graduations that are happening, and if you are traveling for your graduations, be careful. It is be weather aware, which is what I have to do all this weekend. It's going to be fun. Isley Autumn will be at Kenwick Table in Lexington, the 24th, which is today. Is there a full moon? Is that what that says?
No, it says Ember Day.
Ember Day. What is that?
I don't know. The only day that I have today is National Escargot Day.
Are we supposed to light something on fire for Ember Day?
Let me look up what Ember Day means.
All
it
right.
does have Ember Day on my calendar on May 24th, so I'll look up what that means.
The Wood Sheep are playing at the Red River Gorge Farm in Slade, or at Slade. And then you got Jeremy Short. He's going to be at Haywood Farm tomorrow. That's the 25th. Everett. They're going to be playing, where's that? What is that? Oh, the Bullitt County Music Fest in Shepherdsville. Oh, wow. I didn't know that Bullitt County had a music fest.
I didn't know Shepherdsville was in Bullitt County.
We learned something new today, Joe.
Love it.
Yeah. Everett will be there. That is tomorrow, the 25th, if you want to go check them out. Of course, we have the amazing Brass Band Festival next week, which is kicking off on that Thursday night with the Baja Yetis. They're going to be playing the 23rd. That's going to be I'm sorry, not the 23rd. Where are we? The 30th. That's where it is. This is my life, Joe. This is such a busy week. The 30th.
30th is next Thursday.
Next Thursday. Baja Yetis.
Downtown Downbeats.
Downtown Downbeats. We'll have inflatables for the children.
Okay.
So by that time, they're going to be driving you crazy because they're going to be all yours next week.
Mm-hmm.
So bring them out. Let them jump some of that energy out.
Awesome.
On the inflatables with big games and stuff. Then we're moving everything down to Central College for this Brass Band Festival. So on the 31st, I think we're going to kick off around, I had the schedule in my car. Probably should have brought that in. But probably 4 is whenever, I think the campus opens.
Bayou and Brass.
All right, and Bayou and Brass will kick off. But bands will start a little later, so if you just want to kind of get down there and get your spot, right? Mm-hmm. Now, here's my festival secret. So is it just you and I talking?
Oh, yeah.
So my festival secret is don't sit in the current shade, right?
All right.
Predict where the shade's going to be, right?
Okay, how do we do that?
Well, I mean, you can Well, you can kind of guess, like the sun's going to travel, so the shade will kind of grow.
Break my compass
right?
out.
And then
See
and
which way the sun's going to set.
You got to know which directions where, and then you can sit because usually the shade's all crowded, but if you sit kind of on the edge of the shade will eventually get to you.
Okay, so you got to find the edge where the shade's going to creep over you
exactly.
as the rest of the afternoon rolls
and
on.
So now you have a great
That's
spot.
a pro tip.
It is. It's a Music Festival Pro. So, but go check that out. Bayou and Brass, the 31st. And then we're going to start right back on Saturday at 9 a.m., right before the parade. So stuff will be open then as well. We're going to have food trucks. We're going to have beer trucks. We're going to have inflatables for the kids, and so stuff to do. The Wheelmen will be there as well. Sidewalk Stompers, always a classic. They're going to be playing. The picnics will happen as well on Saturday. And also, if you want to go to GABBF, Great American Brass Band Festival, yeah, that's right, .org, there's a map for parking. If you need handicap accessibility, we have a parking lot for you along with shuttles.
Okay.
There are general parking back there kind of behind center. I mean, general parking is still just like a quick walk like through campus.
Mm-hmm.
Just be aware there's some construction going on campus because apparently like one of the chimneys on the older halls is not in good shape, so they're repairing that over the summer.
Okay.
So be aware of that. But also, so we have different blockades and stuff set up, because we need volunteers if you want to do that. We also will have the Brass Pass if you want to go get one of those. That gets you a little bit better parking, as well as shuttles. And then, of course, our sponsorship has shuttles as well. But no, it's a free festival, so come out, enjoy it. If you would like to donate to it to, keep it going, because, we're like one of the last kind of free festivals around. A lot of them, they turn to tickets and stuff of that nature, but, we feel that this is such a tradition here in Danville, Kentucky, when we would like to keep it as free as long as we can.
Okay.
And so in order to do that, we need your support because all the production that you see is mainly done by volunteers. But, I mean, that's like the organizing and everything of that nature. We still have to pay bands. We still have to pay the production as far as like the sound and lights and staging is not free. All the porta potties are not free. All that stuff is not free. So it's like we need your help. So by all means, come check out the Great American Brass Band Festival next weekend, which is here in Danville, Kentucky.
There
so
you go. And we're going to have, I think Michael's going to be on the show in the 9 o'clock hour.
Oh, today?
She's calling in this morning. Robert's going to be in studio at that point. I'm going to be at Jack's graduation, where your favorite purple dinosaur day or whatever it is. But
it'll have 2 weeks of Spirit Week.
He's calling in this morning. She is at 9:45.
Nice.
Real quickly, Dusty, we do have an interview coming up in 10 minutes with the new DCA boys basketball coach, Sean Busick. So let's go ahead and get the song played.
Yes.
The Local Honeys.
The Local Honeys will be at Haywood Farm tomorrow. Okay. This is The Last Mule in the Holler.
Here you go, the Kentucky Music Preview. The Local Honeys. You have a hat that says Local Honeys, but you're not wearing it right now.
No, it doesn't match the rest of it. But I have 2 hats for Local Honeys.
First one caught COVID and died.
No, I still got it.
That thing looks like it's tested positive for COVID.
I've moved that hat to my garden hat, so I can get dirty, paint, all that, and then I got my nice Local Honeys hat.
So
for nicer events.
You would wear your nice one to the concert.
Correct.
At Haywood Farm.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Local Honeys.
By the age of 36, he had done all he would do. He'd run away from one home, had the scars to show it too. A red-headed danger, he had always fought the bill. Blue ribbon in his prime, but old age has settled in. Never
the Holler by the local Honeys.
Yes, those awesome harmonies are going to be there in Winchester, Kentucky at Haywood Farm tomorrow. So if you're looking to celebrate some graduations, then go check out the local Honeys. There's some nice Kentucky ladies, along with a full band from Kentucky as well, that are, just a nice, gorgeous sound.
Love it. Dusty, appreciate you being on.
Thank you, Joe.
We'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Maybe see you at the school today.
No. We got to head up to Harrison County right away.
Hey, do your kids get an early checkout time, or is it just the kindergartners?
No.
I mean, they don't have to check out early.
They're not. We ain't getting them out early.
So that's the thing. Like, you can take your kid home after the kindergarten ceremony thing at like 10:30.
Yeah, they encourage it. They're like, get them out of here.
Or if not, they can stay for the rest of the day. And I'm thinking, like, what are they doing the rest of the day?
Watching a movie.
How many movies are they going to want to watch? The whole Harry Potter
I don't
saga
know.
or what?
Okay, so they're like the third graders watch something called something about Winn-Dixie.
Winn-Dixie?
Well, okay, so I think
the grocery store chain?
No, I think it's okay. So that's what I thought. I was like, "Is this some documentary about Winn-Dixie?" And I was like, "That's what I was wondering." But no, it's apparently it's about a dog
named Winn-Dixie.
Named Winn-Dixie, yeah.
Wow.
And there's like a book that they read out loud in the class, and there's a movie about it.
Okay, so it all
I
goes together.
legitimately thought that she was like pushing some Winn-Dixie propaganda.
Yeah, like the biopic on Mrs. Winn-Dixie.
Right.
Rated R. The untold story of Winn-Dixie. What happened back there in the butcher's room? You want to find out next week in the last day of school.
That's exactly what I thought. Well, that wasn't it. Lucas informed me it wasn't. So.
All right. It's 8:35. I got to get out of here.
All right, Joe. Thank you.
Yeah,
have a good one.
We got Coach Sean Busick, the DCA boys basketball coach. Newly hired. We're talking with him for the first time. He makes his radio debut here on The Joe Show coming up next.
You have a loved one needing to find help, hope, and healing today. The first step to a happier, healthier life is to call the Isaiah House Real Hope for Addiction. Isaiah House provides care for men and women. Locations throughout Kentucky, resetting one's life through healing, opportunity, education, and employment support for lifelong success. When you feel once to the point of rock bottom and needs help, hope, and healing, call the Isaiah House anytime, 24 hours a day.
Hi folks, Mike Gay here. At Essity, we know that hygiene and health is the essence of well-being for every person at every stage of life. Essity is proud to be part of the Harrodsburg and Danville communities, providing good-paying jobs to our employees who make hand towels and tissue paper for people of all ages. If you'd like to join us, check out our website at ESSITY.com. That's Essity.com. ESSITY.com.
Hello, this is Mark Wade, Superintendent of Boyle County Schools. On behalf of Boyle County Schools and the Boyle County Board of Education, I would like to congratulate our high school class of 2024. We wish you the very best. Mark Wade, Superintendent of Boyle County Schools.
So you're addicted to drugs, so you feel hopeless. It's like a never-ending hole that you can't get out of.
You lose touch with the real people who love you.
And you feel like you're just a burden on everybody that knows you. But what I'd like to tell you right now is that's not the case. Reach out. I promise you that your life can be turned around and something beautiful be created.
Kentucky is here to help you. Call 8338-KY-HELP or visit the website findhelpnowky.org to begin your journey to recovery. Paid for by the Kentucky Office of Drug Control Policy.
Do you need a loan to start that new home remodeling project? Maybe you are buying a new home or refinancing your existing home. Whatever type of loan you need, Farmers National Bank is here to help you. Getting started is easy. Stop by a Farmers National Bank office in Danville, Bergen, Harrodsburg, Junction City, Lancaster, Liberty, Middleburg, Perryville, and Stanford, and talk to a member of our lending staff. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank. Some restrictions may apply. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
A healthy weight, more energy, and smooth, regular bowel movements. 3 things everyone strives for.
It's me, Chuck Norris. There's one really important thing we don't talk about enough: our health. Achy joints, digestive issues, weight gain, and fatigue. We're told these are normal signs of aging. So working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick is a revolutionary formula combining 10 different supplements in one. Probiotics that help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and several of the most powerful anti-aging supplements on earth. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, focused, and help manage stress.
Anybody can achieve great health regardless of their age.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com. Use code GREEN or text GREEN to 511-511 and claim 40% off today.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee.
Text GREEN to 511-511. Morning Kick.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Message and data rates may apply. Paid for by Roundhouse Provisions.
Hey, I'm Jackie, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the chicken. It is golden brown, so juicy, so delicious. It's the perfect savory start to my day.
Hey, I'm Matt, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the freshly baked, flaky, buttery biscuit. When I take a bite, it's kind of like, crispy, soft, crispy. Crispy outside, soft interior, crispy chicken. There's really nothing like it.
Start your day with the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit, available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonials.
Roxanne Watson is on a mission to have more people sign up as organ, eye, and tissue donors. What drives her? Roxanne received a heart transplant made possible by an organ donor.
I decided that day to devote myself to signing up the most people in the United States. That's my goal.
Now she's a powerful force for good. What could you make possible as an organ, eye, and tissue donor? Leave behind the gift of life. Go to organdonor.gov. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right, then, brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Dillahay Street. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299, Danville Auto Body Shop. Partly sunny, a high of 83, a low tonight of 63. You get a fog kind of settling over the area, and we'll begin to break up as we make our way to the afternoon time. Tomorrow, partly sunny, a high of 83, and on Sunday, mostly sunny, and a high of 86. It's 8:39 in the morning, and we welcome onto the show new DCA boys basketball coach Sean Busick. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great, Coach. Appreciate you being on. I guess before we hop into the conversation, let's make sure we have the pronunciation right. Is it Busick?
That is correct.
Good stuff. Well, appreciate you being on here this morning. Coach Sean Busick was named the new head coach at DCA a couple of weeks ago and will take over this up-and-coming DCA boys basketball team that began to turn heads really 2 or 3 years ago, but made that deep run into the 12th region semifinals last year. And, Coach, we're glad to have you aboard and coaching this DCA team that we have followed for some time here because, first of all, close proximity right across the street from the Danville Christian Academy building here at the radio station. Introduce yourself to our listeners, Coach. Tell us, who is Coach Sean Busick?
Well, I'm originally, obviously, from Indiana. That's where I'm coming from. And I've been a Hoosier all my life. I was born originally in northwest Indiana, up in Gary, Lake Michigan, and made my way through the coaching ranks after I graduated from Grace College in Winona Lake, Indiana, a small liberal arts Christian college. They've become an NAIA powerhouse in basketball. And what I've done is, after I graduated with my degree in education, I'm going to be teaching English at the high school. But I've got an English teaching, a PE teaching, and I also have a journalism minor from college. And then I started my coaching career, obviously in college, as a junior high coach. And worked my way up the ladder. Became a varsity coach at the age of 24, and have been a varsity coach for 31 years. Most recently at Greensburg High School, Greensburg, Indiana. And I am married to my wife, Kathy. It'll be 36 years in August. And we have one child, our son, Drew, who is going to be graduating from high school next week. And he'll be attending University of Cincinnati at Claremont on a basketball scholarship.
Nice.
And so it's the three of us, and our faith's very important to us. We're followers of Christ, and for us, I believe that moving to DCA was a great fit. My wife and I have retired from Indiana teaching and coaching, and we're looking to serve the Lord. Preferably in Kentucky. That's where my mom's from. She's originally from Harlan County.
Okay.
And so the Kentucky attraction's been there for a while because, quite frankly, you're one of the few states, not the only state, that does the boys basketball state tournament the right way.
Sweet 16.
We messed it up back in 97, I believe, was the last single class tournament in which I coached. So excited to be back in a winner-take-all tournament in Kentucky.
Yeah. Coach, how'd you find out about the DCA job? What led you to want to pursue this? And Danville Christian Academy, a small town here in central Kentucky. I know you said your mom, I think, is originally from Harlan County, which is a rather far piece from central Kentucky, but at least kind of back in the state of Kentucky. So what led you to Danville Christian Academy to find out about this role?
Well, I was looking for jobs in Kentucky, and I was on the KHSAA website, saw the listing, and I think just started off looking for an experienced coach who loves the Lord that wants to serve, and that caught my attention because that was me. He and I ended up sending some stuff down to Dr. Lamb and Mr. Holderman, and got a call back and ended up getting an interview, and felt this is really where the Lord wants us to be.
Yeah, we're glad to have you here, Coach, and what a special environment at Danville Christian Academy. And I've been able to do most of the play-by-play for DCA over the last 3 years. And when the boys and girls basketball teams certainly as well, when they both play, it is a whole school-involved type thing where you feel like every student is there in the student section. It's a small gymnasium, a smaller environment, so they pack in there and they get loud for their DCA Warriors. They love their basketball Warriors and Lady Warriors as well, Coach. So you're in for a fun environment when you're coaching at DCA.
Absolutely. I have taught at small schools. I was at a small Christian school in the northwest side of Indianapolis a few years ago, and just love the experience. And I think being able to share my two passions, which is certainly my faith in Christ and basketball, when you can combine those and have a group of young men that share that love and passion in the school that backs you in doing that, it's an amazing thing. So we're really excited about being able to intertwine our faith and our love of basketball in such a special community like DCA.
Coach, let me ask you this. What do you know about the DCA roster, the kids that you got coming back? And the leading scorer, Emmanuel Dute, will graduate, but you got Titus Boyd back. You got Big Lou Ye back. You got Lake 10, who got eligible late in the year last year, only played in 9 or 10 games, but averaged a double-double. You got Billy Inman. You got Dre Motley. You got some big-time pieces coming back from a team that won 25 games last year and made the region semifinals. So what do you know about the players? We know that you've met them. You've already had a couple of, I think, open gym practices with them. So how do you feel about your roster next year?
I knew from watching film about Titus, I knew about Big Lou, knew about Blake and Billy. Saw Dre a little bit, but I wasn't sure of what else we've had. And so we've actually just had the one open gym, which we did on Monday of this past week. And I was pleasantly surprised. There are some really good young players coming up, a lot of enthusiasm. Certainly Titus, I'm going to be leaning on him quite a bit to be our point guard and our floor leader. Point guards are very important to me. And, I just graduated a 4-year point guard that I raised, my own son. So that point guard position is very special, very important, and will continue to be important for the DCA Warriors. And I think Titus Boyd is the perfect young man to fill that. And certainly there's a lot of size with Big Lou and Lake. I like Billy's work ethic. But, boy, there are some other nice young players. Another senior, Blake Atkins, who just seems like a very selfish young man, hard worker. Dre Motley has a lot of potential. There's this Cole Danisman. Eli Perez is another young man that played some junior varsity along with Josiah Bradshaw. And, really good young freshmen coming up in Graham, Dominion. So those are just some that come to mind. There's certainly a lot more that we are excited to work with and, put our staff together and started in that endeavor. And we're making some progress. We're going to start things up on Memorial Day. We'll be practicing and playing next week at Great Crossing. So, doing some scrimmaging. So we're excited to see what we have put in our system and put together a great roster that we feel can be competitive.
With new DCA boys basketball coach Sean Busick, Coach, have you made the move to Danville yet? I assume you have because you said you're starting on Monday with Memorial Day practice.
Well, yes and no. My heart's there, but my home, I'm still in Greensburg, Indiana, from where I'm talking now. Our home's on the market. We do have a contingent offer on it, and I have a contingent offer on the home there near Danville. So we're waiting, trusting the Lord to help us through this move. But I will be staying down there as I work throughout the week, and I won't come back every day, but I'll be staying down in Danville. And what I'll be doing is meeting with players, having practices, meeting with families, doing a lot of basketball practicing. So probably come home sometime on the weekends. I know this first weekend, in 1 week, my son graduates on Saturday the 1st. So we'll have his graduation at open house. So after our practice that Friday, next Friday, I'll be coming home and doing the graduation activities. My son will probably come back with me for a little bit and help me work out the boys. He's obviously got some coach's mentality, and so we're going to make this a family affair. My wife will probably be our scorekeeper. So we're really excited about the move, and Lord willing, we'll be down there sooner rather than later.
New DCA boys basketball coach Sean Busick, Coach. We're happy to have you here in the DCA community. And, again, we're going to be talking quite a bit as you make this move. And if you need anything from us, you know where to find us. We're right across the street from the campus, and we'll be reaching out to you, Coach, and look forward to seeing the boys in action as we come up on basketball season in November, okay?
Well, we're excited, and I really appreciate the positive support you have given DCA and will continue to give DCA. And if there's anything we can do, we would love to be able to help. And to our fans out there, to Warrior Nation, we're so excited. I can't tell you how excited my family is to finally get down there and settle and live in the great state of Kentucky. I can't tell you how lucky I've been. I had a mom who was raised in that little Baptist church in Harlan, and she spread that faith and shared that faith. That became my own. So we love the state of Kentucky, and I know we're going to grow to love DCA, our players, and Warrior Nation. So thanks for having me.
DCA boys coach Sean Busick. Coach, appreciate you being on. Good luck with your practice starting off next week, and we'll talk to you later, okay?
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir, Coach. Bye. That's DCA boys basketball coach Sean Busick, named the new head coach last week, 2 weeks ago or so maybe, and been trying to get in touch with him, but he was finishing up his job there in Greensburg, Indiana, and they had their last day of school, I want to say Wednesday of this week, and so he said, hey, when we get this last day of school over with, Joe, I'd love to be on the radio with you, and he was happy to be on this morning. Glad to have him on, looking forward to seeing what he can do at Danville Christian Academy. It's 8:52. We're talking with Barry Newby from Discount House 2.0 coming up in 30 seconds on the Joe Show. It's Memorial Day sales going on all weekend long at Discount House 2.0.
Now is your last chance to get Suntan City's best deal. Unlimited spray tans for a year for just $34 a month when paid in full.
Party quiz. What's the one thing you can wear to a birthday party, a bridal party, and a backyard party? A gorgeous Suntan City spray tan. It really knows how to party.
Buy today and get unlimited spray tans for a year for just $34 a month when paid in full. Ends May 31st.
Let yourself shine at Suntan City.
This is how we doing it with this Chrysler of Lawrenceburg. In 2024, they are making deals real. With their educated personal staff, they make shopping fun and buying easy.
This is how
Do you want a newer vehicle? Want a truck for under $25,000? Need your vehicle service? Needing a place that's going to treat you right? Well, Withers is the way. Check them out, Chrysler of Lawrenceburg.
This is one place I will not pass on deals with wheels for the 2024.
Bad decisions limit future options. Stop adversity from becoming stress. Listen to The Flatline with host Rick Hughes, Sunday mornings at 7:30 on WHIR. Learn problem-solving devices built on God's Word. For inspiration, education, all without manipulation. The Flatline Sunday mornings at 7:30 on WHIR and online at hometownlive.net.
We love NASCAR. Catch the races here on WHIR AM 1230.
Hey, it's 8:53 in the morning. Barry Newby in studio. Discount House 2.0. Barry's worn out. I'm doing all right, Barry. How are you doing?
I'm surviving.
Surviving.
Waking up.
Yeah, been a busy week for you all. Getting ready for one of the busiest weekends of the year for Discount House 2.0. It is the Memorial Day sale, and it's going on this weekend, and the biggest day of it really is tomorrow, Barry, as people can save even more money. And let's talk about what is this Memorial Day sale, Barry? What's the savings that people can get at Discount House 2.0?
Well, right now, Friday and of course Saturday, Sunday, Monday is it's going to be 20% off. Then on Saturday, from 11 to 2, when the radio station's there, we're going to give you an extra 10% more.
Okay, so 20% off everything from today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. And then on Saturday from 11 o'clock until 2, it is the Hometown Radio Network special. You get an additional 10% off during that 3-hour period on select items, right?
Yes, right.
Okay, so what kind of items are for sale you are discounting?
Well, they're going to be some a living room sectional. It's going to be on 10% more. And then there is going to be some bedding, some soda.
Okay.
The Eye Comfort one, it's supposed to be one of the best ones out.
Okay.
That's going to be 30% off.
Wow.
Well, 10% plus 20.
Plus the 20, okay.
Okay. Then we have we got reclining couches. Normally we runs like $649. We got it for like I think it was $510 or something like that.
Okay.
So we got a bunch of different things, and we got outdoor furniture too. I got a 4-piece. It's a couch. I mean, not a couch. Love seat, 2 end tables. I mean, 1 end coffee table and 2 chairs.
Okay.
For normally runs $349. We're going to have a $279.
So all kinds of great deals this weekend at Discount House 2.0. They are on South 4th Street here in Danville. They are next to the Nutrition Center.
Yes.
Right next to the Nutrition Center and where Valvoline Instant Oil Change is. If you know where that is, that's where Discount House 2.0 is. And if you're looking for some great savings on furniture, on end tables, on whatever it may be you're looking for to complete your living room space, Discount House 2.0 is the place to go this weekend. Now, Barry, people can also order online, correct? So
That's
Sunday
right.
you all are closed,
Right.
but if you're in the shopping mood on Sunday, you can do it on Sunday by ordering online. They can do that online on your website, discounthouse2-0furniture.com, right?
Right.
Discounthouse2-0furniture.com. But Saturday, if you want to save as much money as possible, Saturday's the day that you got to go to Discount House 2.0 with an additional 10% off, the 20% savings on select items. Barry, besides just furniture, coffee tables, end tables, things like that, you sell some other different items. I know we talked a couple of days ago.
Well,
you got candles, right?
Yes, candles. We got Canterbury candles, and we also have Milk House candles. They're both of them are really nice. You need to come in and smell them, and they're really nice. And they got unique packages.
For people who want to come in, Barry, they want to look for some new living room furniture. They find something they like, but they say, I can't afford all of this right now. You got financing plans, right?
Yes,
How does that work?
We got either online or come in. We do have financing through First Financial. We have Security Bank. We have Progressive. We have Caffeine. Just different ones. It just depends on the person who needs it. Stuff. They're just different levels.
And then for a person that comes in, oh wow, I love this piece, but I don't have a truck. I can't get this thing home.
We do deliver.
do deliveries as well. Right. They do it all for you. Discount House 2.0, South 4th Street. This weekend, it's the Memorial Day sale. Does it start today, Barry?
Yes, it starts today.
So it starts today. If you just can't wait for tomorrow, they'd love to have you come in today. 20% off today, all items, and then an additional 10% off on select items tomorrow from 11 o'clock until 2. We'll have a live broadcast on the Hometown Radio Network tomorrow as well. And then the savings carry over Sunday and Monday on Memorial Day at Discount House 2.0 here in Danville, South 4th Street, right next to the Nutrition Center and Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Very appreciate you being on. Looking forward to a great sale this weekend, okay?
See you later.
Absolutely. It's 8:58 in the morning. Coming up in the 9 o'clock hour, a Walker's Trail Friday. We're going to have Lakin in studio with us this morning at 9:10, at 9:35. A McClure, and Bailey Friday here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Driving my car. Gary Newman, Cars. 9 o'clock news coming up next.
Step into a new chapter of home decor at Discount House 2.0 in Danville, where every piece of furniture tells a unique story. Experience a world where comfort pairs with elegance, and the price tags are as appealing as the products themselves. Whether it's a sofa that seems to hug you back, or a dining set that becomes the backdrop to your family gatherings, don't just decorate, animate your living space with Discount House 2.0. This Memorial Day weekend, don't miss their big sale. Dive into great deals and a store-wide 20% discount. Shop online too. Plus, during our live Saturday broadcast with Z105, enjoy an additional 10% off already reduced certain items. Yes, that's right. You can get 30% off. Check out the certain items for sale 11 to 2 this Saturday and make the most of the Discount House 2.0 Memorial Day weekend sale extravaganza. Located in Danville on South 4th Street. Don't miss out on these dramatic reductions in the store and Saturday during the live broadcast on Z105.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Biden is criticizing Republicans for blocking a border security bill in the Senate. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer put the bill on the floor for a vote after it was blocked in February by Republicans.
Look, first, we're going to keep trying this year because we believe this is so important. And as was said, the Republicans don't have any explanation why they voted no. This was a bill they all supported.
Senators voted 43-50 to tank the bill negotiated in the fall by Democratic and Republican senators. Schumer accused Republicans of caving to Donald Trump's opposition to the bill, but Republicans say the legislation doesn't go far enough in securing the U.S.-Mexico border. In a statement Thursday, the president claimed Republicans don't care about securing the U.S.-Mexico border and are only exploiting the issue ahead of the November elections. Biden said the bill would have hired more Border Patrol agents and provided funding to stop fentanyl trafficking. Attorney General Merrick Garland is rejecting former President Donald Trump's claims that the Justice Department and FBI had authorized deadly force against him.
The document that is being referred to in the allegation is the Justice Department's standard policy limiting use of force.
Earlier this week, Trump said President Biden's Department of Justice had authorized the FBI to use deadly force during the 2022 raid at Mar-a-Lago. On Thursday, Garland said the allegation was false and extremely dangerous. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. wants to have a presidential debate on X. Mark Mayfield has details.
The independent candidate claimed the social media platform has a wider audience than the networks that are set to host the upcoming debates between President Biden and Donald Trump. Kennedy wrote in an X post on Wednesday, "I know you've got the guts to do it," tagging Trump and Biden. Kennedy has been left out of both upcoming CNN and ABC debates between Biden and Trump.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
It's one thing falling in love with a house, picturing yourself moving in and calling it home, and quite another navigating the world of price negotiating, mortgage lenders, and finding the budget that works best for you. An agent who's a realtor can make understanding that world easier. Realtors have the expertise, access to proprietary data, and tools to help you get from imagining living somewhere to actually doing it. That's the kind of help we can provide, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way.
My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
The U.S. government is suing Live Nation, the parent company of Ticketmaster. The Department of Justice filed an antitrust lawsuit Thursday looking to break up the company. Attorney General Merrick Garland said the government alleges Live Nation relies on unlawful, anti-competitive conduct to exercise its monopolistic control over the live events industry. He also cited those mysterious extras added to your ticket bill.
Ticketing fees, service fees, convenience fees, platinum fees, price master fees, per order fees.
Live Nation and Ticketmaster came under fire in 2022 after a botched on sale for tickets to Taylor Swift's Eras Tour, leading to a Senate hearing. A new pro-Palestinian protest encampment on the UCLA campus has been taken down in California. More from Daniel Martindale.
On Thursday morning, a small group of protesters started setting up tents on the Kirchhoff patio. A few hours later, they were joined by several hundred supporters, including student academic workers. The crowd was pushed back by more than 24 police officers in riot gear. By the afternoon, the crowd had moved to a different part of the campus, tore down the encampment, and removed the wood pallets surrounding it. There are no reports of any arrests or injuries.
A new report from the ACLU is slamming Texas's border security plan called Operation Lone Star. Claims the state is spending billions of dollars to racially profile and arrest people who they say pose no threat to public safety.
Governor Abbott and other state politicians conflating immigration with drugs and crime is as false as it is inflammatory and dangerous to our communities.
The group's Sarah Cruz says the arrests for trespassing force those seeking asylum into a separate and unequal legal system run by the state. The report points out how the vast majority of illegal narcotics are smuggled through the ports of entry and that it's mostly Americans who are doing the drug running. Michael Kastner, NBC News.
The conservative underground meets right now. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
81% of undecided voters disapprove of the job he's doing as president. It's inflation. It's the economy. It's the border. It's our place in the world, our standing in the world. It's, Biden inflation. I mean, it's a disaster. You see a mass exodus of what has traditionally been the Democratic coalition, African Americans, most Hispanics, 47%, 27% of African Americans say Bidenomics is bad. 55% of women are likely to say Bidenomics is bad. That's why all they're going to want to talk about is abortion and demagogue that. Let's see how well that works out for them.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
War, inflation, and recession. Did you know that experts call gold the everything hedge? Gold goes far beyond hedging against inflation or the stock market. It can potentially even guard you against today's wars in Ukraine and the Middle East. Not to mention the great economic danger of a recession coming, which is what we're all worried about. And that's why gold just hit another record high. And central banks, they just keep buying gold at a record pace. It's Linda here. Join me and thousands of people who have called Goldco the #1 rated gold company. It's time you diversify your money with time-tested safe haven assets, physical gold and silver. Today, Goldco is offering our listeners up to 8 years in free IRA fees, plus up to 8% in bonus silver with a qualified account. Call 855-815-GOLD for free IRA fees, free bonus silver, and a free gold and silver info kit. What are you waiting for? Call 855-815-GOLD. That's 855-815-GOLD. Do it today. You can't wait.
Every turn is a total rush in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
There's no better time to experience the new 2024 Kia Telluride, just $399 down and $399 a month. Or the 2024 Seltos, just $249 down and $249 a month. And save even more on our scratch and dent storm damaged cars.
Experience the rush with confidence in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
2024 Kia Telluride, $399 per month, $2457 due assigning. 2024 Kia Seltos, $249 per month, $1384 due assigning, 36 month lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, doc, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer and See dealer for details. Offer expires May 31st, 2024.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? With a wide range of products and services, we are here to provide you friendly, expert service for all of your banking needs. This is Rita McIntyre. I'm the relationship banker for Boyle, Garrett, and Mercer counties. As part of your community, we are committed to building solid, long-term relationships. Call me at 859-733-4963. Let us show you what uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Good morning to you. It's Friday. It is May the 24th. That is 0524, May the 24th. And a cloudy day. We're getting rain showers scattered through the area this weekend. And today's the one day that maybe we look to be okay. If you're looking to do some outdoor activities, better get out there on this Friday. Get them done. Forecast is coming your way. News coming your way. And so is Lakin from Walker's Trail after this. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Boyle County students will no longer have to pay for breakfast or lunch. Boyle County Schools announced that effective next year, all of their district schools will participate in the community eligibility provision. That means that all students that attend a Boyle County school will receive a no-cost breakfast and lunch for their meals. Additional meals and extras can still be purchased, but the first breakfast and first lunch is free. The community eligibility provision is a part of the federally funded National School Lunch Program and School Breakfast Program. Law enforcement in Boyle and Mercer County are looking for the suspect in an incident where someone appears to be throwing objects at moving vehicles. In a Facebook post, a woman says that her husband was driving on 33 between Gwen Island Road and North Point Prison near the Boyle-Mercer County line when an object flew at him from the side of the road and smashed into and broke his windshield. The Boyle County Sheriff's Office now says they're looking into the incident and that if anyone has any information to contact them, they say they, quote, take this irresponsible, reckless behavior very seriously and will not stand for it. Danville Boyle County Parks and Rec is officially making it pool season with the opening of Bunny Davis Pool. They announced that the Bunny Davis Pool will have its summer opening tomorrow. Bunny Davis will be open tomorrow from 12 until 6. Those are its Monday through Saturday hours, with Sunday hours being 1 until 6. There are also season passes for individuals and families. It's $4 for a daily fee, and kids 2 and under get in free. Lincoln County Schools is one of 29 districts in the state participating in this year's Summer Boost Reading and Mathematics program during summer school. The program is a partnership between the Kentucky Department of Education, the Summer Food Service Program, and the Children's Reading Foundation. Stanford Elementary School will be the host site at Lincoln County. And congratulations to Danville and Boyle County students who finished their last day of school today. They'll both have their graduation ceremonies tonight. DCA's graduation is set for tomorrow. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right then, Jack, it's brought to you by our friends hanging out over at ADA Heated and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is always on the way. Call them 859-519-6382. That's how you get in touch with ADA Heating and Air. Cloudy skies right now. Rain showers are possible this weekend, but again, today looks like the day where if you want to get out, do some yard work, get the lawn cut, go for a walk. 83 and partly sunny, and no real chance at rain today. Tomorrow, different story. 83 a high, 50-50 shot of showers. Sunday, 86, 50-50. Memorial Day, Monday, 82. And a 50-50 chance. Right now, it's 9:11 in the morning. It is 62 degrees, and we welcome onto the show Lakin Mattingly from Walker's Trail Senior Living. Good morning, Lakin. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Appreciate you being on here, Lakin, and talking to us about Walker's Trail. And we talk with you all every other Friday.
Yes.
You all have been busy over the last couple of weeks since we last talked, just looking at your Facebook page of all the events and activities going on. From the last time that we had you all on, you all have had the Route 66 Day. You made your second stop in St. Louis.
Yes.
So you started off, was it Chicago?
Chicago,
And then St. Louis.
Yes.
So where do you go to next?
I can't remember what the next one is. I know we end up in I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember.
Yeah, well, we talked about this last time. We talked about some of the snacks.
I think it's something like New Mexico or something
Albuquerque
like that.
or something like that?
I think it's Albuquerque. I can't totally remember. I know it's something New Mexico because we're kind of talking about what we want to do for it.
Yeah, well, we talked about one time when you all were in here about the snacks that they eat in St. Louis. Like, what is St. Louis known for? And toasted ravioli was one of the things.
We ended up doing toasted ravioli. Okay. So I remember we talked about that. We're like, that's weird. We did it at a happy hour. So we didn't have it for an actual meal because we didn't know how they'd feel about it.
That's good.
But we did it at happy hour, and they really liked it. So it was cool. It was just fun, little extra thing. But we did stuff all week long. We had, like, a St. Louis beer tasting thing, like, with all the different things. Mm-hmm. We did, like, barbecue the last day. We did St. Louis ribs and stuff. Food was way too good that last day. So super fun stuff all week long. We had, like, an arch, but it was like a balloon arch, like a silver balloon arch. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you also had, it looks like you had a little balloon arch out as well for the Mother's Day tea that you all had on, I guess around the Mother's Day Sunday. That Mother's Day was May the 12th. So how did the Mother's Day tea go?
It was good. It was really cute. Kind of just a chance for our residents to come out and celebrate together. I think we did it the day before Mother's Day, if I remember right. So they kind of got to celebrate Mother's Day with their friends at Walker's Trail before they celebrated with their families. So just a little extra thing for everybody. It was a lot of fun.
I'm looking at more of these St. Louis Week pictures. Mm-hmm. And it says the residents were raving about the meals.
Yes,
so
food was
looks
really
like there's
good.
a plate with macaroni and cheese and some sort of open-faced sandwich or something?
I can't remember what the sandwich was called. It was also like a St. Louis signature thing. It was like a open-faced ham and cheese thing. It was really good, too.
And then some St. Louis ribs.
We had brisket, too. It was really good.
Wow. Great stuff. Let's see. Recently, you had Taylor Bell come out. Taylor Bell and Burgers, Smash Burgers and ice cream. So a food truck and this. Where are they from? I never heard of them before.
You've probably had their ice cream. Their ice cream's kind of everywhere. That's what they're known for. And then they have like the food truck as an extra thing with burgers and their ice cream. So we do. We call it Taste of Town. It's typically once a month where we have a restaurant or like a catering company, something local, come in and cater lunch for all of our residents. So we've had several. We've done Cracker Barrel and we've had Danielle's Drive-Away Cafe and all kinds of stuff. So we did Taylor Bell's. It was fun because it was a food truck and we hadn't done that before. So they kind of just pulled up at our front door under our awning and served our residents. Like, they filled out what they wanted. We took their ticket out there and it was a lot of fun. So kind of just another chance to get a restaurant in the building.
Yeah, Taylor Bell, ice cream, and smash burgers. My type of food.
It was good.
So what are y'all going on the next couple of weeks? We know June the 7th, which you all will be on June the 7th. That's 2 weeks from today, but that's like... super duper extra big mega bingo.
Yes, that's our mega bingo. It's sponsored by Danville Dermatology this coming month. So I think we're going to do it like summer theme. It'll be a whole lot of fun. So that's open to the community. It's at 10 a.m. on the 7th. So you can totally come, bring a friend, whatever. It's a lot of fun. Our residents will join you. So it's always a really good event.
Okay, so Danville Dermatology is the sponsor of it, and you all do this, is it once a quarter you do Mega Bingo?
Month.
Once a month. First Friday of the month?
10 a.m.
So who do you have lined up for July?
I don't have a July. So if you're interested in sponsoring a Mega Bingo, give me a call. We'll get you on the list.
So you got to find a July sponsor. That first Friday in July is, let me look here, is July... the 5th. Okay, the day after Independence Day.
Yes.
July the 5th. So we got to find a sponsor for Super Duper Mega Bingo.
Yes.
And how is that different from regular bingo? Because you say the residents love it. I mean, it's big enough where the community's invited to it. So what's different about it?
Well, our regular bingo, we still, we just play bingo. And then you win what we call bingo bucks. So at the end of every month, we do like an auction where you get to buy prizes with your bingo bucks. But for Mega Bingo, the sponsor brings like 5 bigger prizes or like a basket of prizes, something like that, and you win a prize right then. So it's bigger prizes, it's more people, there's guests in, and you win a prize right then instead of just winning like your bingo bucks and saving them up.
So what do people, when they win bingo bucks, though, what are they saving stuff up for?
We get everything. Like, we'll get, like, little door hanger wreath things, and we'll get, like, candies. Candies is the top one. They really just want, like...
What's the favorite candy? Werther's Originals?
No, it's usually, like...
York Peppermint Patties?
It's usually York Peppermint Patties, yes. Or they also love Reese Cups sometimes. It kind of depends who's there, but... we kind of have a good idea. We'll get like little treats and stuff, whatever cute little things, like calendars, stuff like that.
See, this is me. I'm just like, based on the ages of people, and when I was younger, what my grandparents liked. Werther's Originals
Yes.
is one that pops in your head. Those little strawberry candies that
Whatever
every
those are,
that every
yeah.
church had in that little dish. And then, see, Reese Cups weren't up there, really, but
Uh-huh.
York Peppermint Patties definitely
Yes.
were.
They like Reese Cups now, and York Peppermint Patties definitely.
Awesome.
So,
Well, good stuff. What's the Doggy Derby?
Oh, we did
Because
that.
we didn't get to talk to you about the Doggy
Yes.
Derby.
No, it's been since we last talked about that.
Okay.
So, we did that right around Derby time. It was so cute. So, we have like our director's dog Bailey's always in and out, and then like some of our nurses' dogs come and visit too. So residents kind of know like our pets because they just like to see them.
They come and hang out?
Yeah, they just come and hang out with us. So for Derby weekend, we just had them bring their dogs in, and we did a race in our back parking lot. And so all of our residents got to cheer on their favorite, employee pet, and we raced them for Derby weekend.
Okay, so how'd you get the dogs to run in a straight line?
We didn't. We tried our best. We had somebody hold them at the start, and then like their owner was at the other end. They were like clapping, like calling
Trying
for
to get them to come run their way.
And it went really well right until the end. Emily, our director, her dog almost won, and then she got a little confused and ran like the complete opposite direction.
Oh, no.
So we thought, we didn't know for sure how it was going to go. We had never done it before, but I mean, it worked out. So
It worked as well as it was planned, considering it had never been done before.
Right.
So who won the Doggy Derby then? If it wasn't Emily, right? If it wasn't Emily's dog,
It
who
wasn't
won?
Emily's. It was one of our aides' dogs.
Okay.
And it just, I don't know. It shouldn't have won because it was so behind Emily's dog, but it just got to the line first.
Kind of a tortoise in the hare effect.
It was.
Emily's
It really
dog
was.
thought he had it wrapped
Yes.
in the bag.
Right.
And thought he
Right.
could just goof off for a little bit.
Definitely one of
and
those
then here
moments.
comes the aides
Mhm.
dog.
Right.
To take the trophy.
Right.
A true mind that bird 50-1 underdog story in the Doggy Derby.
Right.
Do residents, are they allowed to have their own pets at
They
Walker's
are.
Trail? Okay.
Yeah, they are. Mm-hmm.
So do you have any residents that have dogs or
We
cats?
don't
or?
at the moment. We don't at the moment. I'm talking to a few people that may move in with us that are wanting to bring their pets with them. We
Okay.
have had pets before. We just don't at the moment.
Is there like a size limit? I mean, could someone
no.
bring in like a Great Dane?
I don't think there's a size limit. I mean, I've never had anybody want to bring anything more than like their little dog or their cat. But our residents really love it. Like even whenever our nurses and stuff will bring their dogs in, they love to just say hi.
Yeah.
So
you say none of the residents that you know of have any, so like no fish? No residents have fish?
no fish.
Gerbils or?
No gerbils. It's only
birds?
ever been cats or dogs, but I guess if you wanted to bring a fish, you could.
Yeah, have a little fish tank inside the room. Walker's Trail Senior Living, they're here in Danville on Daveco Drive with Lake and Francis. Lake, and if people want to come in and take a tour of Walker's Trail, look, when people get the age of wanting to maybe transition from their house into a different home, and make no mistake about it, this is their home where they live, right? You all are working in their home.
Right.
How can they come get a tour and see what Walker's Trail has to offer?
Well, you can always just walk in and somebody can absolutely give you a tour, and more than likely be me. I'm easy to find. I'm at the front. And if not, you can always give us a call and just ask to schedule a tour. I'll get your name and number down and we'll get you on the schedule.
There you go, Walker's Trail Senior Living. You have the memory care unit there as well.
We do.
That's for residents with either Alzheimer's or dementia or the beginning stages of that. How does that differ from just your standard care?
Well, the biggest difference is that it's a secured unit. So while our assisted living, you can kind of just come and go as you please. Our doors are unlocked. People will sign out and head out for the day. Our memory care has a locked door, like with a code. So nobody can get in and out without us knowing. And then it's also a whole lot smaller. The staff to patient ratio is a little better. And our activities and things are tweaked. We call it our BFF program. It's about knowing your patients like a best friend would. So we use that in all of our care with dementia patients. And then we also have like more of a set routine because we know that's really important. So it's just slight differences in care, but it's still the same assisted living.
When you talk about the secured unit, I'm sure, that's one thing when a son or daughter is dropping off mom or dad into a new place and they have memory care or they have memory issues. And I'm sure that they're very concerned too, right? They're taking their mom or dad or loved one to a new place they're unfamiliar with. Their loved one is, maybe they've been okay because they've been in a routine in their house they've lived in for 60 years or whatever. Now they're in a different place, and you all make those people feel at home as much as you possibly can and get them in a routine to try to keep the same things going in their life so there's not this upheaval when they move into a new place.
Right. Right, yeah. So, and we kind of learn everybody's like normal at-home routine. Like we'll get to know you personally. We know everybody kind of what their morning looks like, what they do after lunch, kind of how they get ready for bed. So over time, we'll get to know you really personally, and our nurses will do whatever they need to do for you.
Walker's Trail Senior Living Daveco Drive here in Danville. They'd love to have you come take a tour of their wonderful facility. Wonderful facility. There we go. I've been in there multiple times, and I've talked about it every time I've been in there. It's just been, it's a phenomenal place. Mm-hmm. And I walk in, and I'm sitting there in the front chair, maybe waiting to meet with Andrea or something, and I get asked like 3 or 4 times, hey, you hungry? You thirsty? You need something to eat? You need something to drink? Hey, how you doing? So, I mean, it's basically like being at Grandma's house.
Yes.
At Walker's Trail. It's 9:23 in the morning. We'll step aside. We'll come back, finish up the conversation with Lake and Francis from Walker's Trail right after this on the Joe Show, WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
Hi, this is Ruth at Mattresses and More next door to Ace Hardware on Houstonville Road in Danville. Our Memorial Day sale is going on now through the end of May. Get up to 35% off, new merchandise arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor.
Thank you, Ruth. That's correct, folks. Memorial Day sale through the end of the month. Buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
Hey folks, Chrysler Cowboy here. When I started my journey in the automotive industry, I learned 3 valuable lessons. 1, have a good product. 2, treat people with respect. And 3, make sure it's a fair deal for everybody. I'm proud to call Anderson County my home, and at Chrysler Lawrenceburg, we want to give you that down-home experience. We offer certified pre-owned vehicles that come with a lifetime engine warranty, free tire rotation with every oil change, and customer service that rivals the best anywhere around. Chrysler Cowboy. If you can't remember that, just look for the hat. It's where you need to be, folks. Chrysler of Lawrenceburg.
The Department for Aging and Independent Living within the Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services wants to promote the Aging Disability Resource Center, a statewide toll-free phone line that provides older adults, individuals with physical disabilities, caregivers, and professionals with information to promote independent living. Call to learn about home-delivered meals, in-home services, respite care, caregiver support, and Medicaid waiver programs to help those age 60 and over. Call 877-925-0037. Kentucky, forward together. Paid for by the Department for Aging and Independent Living, the KBA, and the station.
It's our annual Memorial Day sale from Big Deals. Hi, Jenny here to tell you that savings abound all weekend at your Big Deal store. Now through Monday, you'll save an additional 15% on your entire purchase. No promo code necessary. Stock up on some of your favorites or try something new. We've got gift certificates for dozens of local businesses. This weekend, save big from Big Deals.
At hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pam Pfister Clark with Wedding Planning with Pam, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
$9:25, and Joe Mathis's voice just changed. Yeah, he just changed. I'm Robert Wagner, filling in for Joe. He's slipping out a little bit earlier on the Joe Show today. Do some fun family stuff, and I'm honored to get to be the man on the spot and call it in and get to talk with Lakin. Good morning, Lakin.
Good morning.
And you guys were having a great discussion about, I was thinking goldfish.
Goldfish.
You were talking about bringing pets in.
We did talk about fish for a second. Yes, we did. Mm-hmm.
And toasted ravioli.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of that before.
We hadn't either until St. Louis week. Yeah.
So what is it? You were talking about it, and I'm like, what is toasted ravioli?
It was just like ravioli, but you fry them. So they're like, Mm-hmm.
That sounds really different.
I mean, we thought so too, but we did it like as a little snack at our happy hour for St. Louis week, and they liked it. So, I mean,
do you still dip it in sauce on it?
I think,
or they eat them plain?
I don't know. I didn't have one.
Okay.
I didn't have one, but I mean,
the cheese is melted, I guess, inside.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know. I didn't know that was a St. Louis thing until,
I didn't either till you're all talking about it. I'm like, well, that's kind of cool. You try new things, get to have fun experimenting and sharing the neat things of our country.
Right.
And and I'm going to be looking that up. I want to know more about fried ravioli.
I know. We were intrigued too.
Very interesting. Always something you all have going on. It never slows down at Walker's Trail. Very interesting.
Yes.
You have to have a list. What are we going to do next? What are we going to do next?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we plan everything like way in advance, so we kind of have a heads up, and then we just fill the gaps. So we've always got stuff going on, but yeah, all kinds of fun stuff.
You also do, you have those big bingo days.
Yeah, we've got one coming up on the 7th. We were just talking about that too. It's June 7th, June 7th at 10 a.m. It's sponsored by Danville Dermatology. So it'll be a really fun one. I think like a little summer theme. So I know our residents are already looking forward to it. So.
Summer theme. Bingo summer theme.
Yes, yes. Well, we'll do like themed prizes.
Okay. I was thinking you come in your shorts and your beach balls.
I mean, that's fine too. That's fine too.
Your swimming trunks. Well, always having fun at Walker's Trail here in Danville. Y'all been there for several years now.
3 years in February, actually.
Wow, time is going by.
Yes.
And so you've been there. You've got a lovely facility, and of course you're here today to share about what Walker's Trail's about,
right?
And invite people to come out.
Yeah. So it's really easy to find us. We're right off the bypass there. You probably drove past it. So just pop in. We're always there. If you want to just come in for a walk-in tour, you're more than welcome to come and look at the facility, or give us a call anytime. I'd love to meet you, get you in the building just to kind of look around if you're interested at all. So you can always give us a call. We'll get you on the schedule. We'd love to meet you.
Now, I'm sure most people that when they move in, it's kind of a permanent thing. They're there. But do you have any temporary residents?
We do. We do offer respite care, so that's for people that kind of just want to try it out maybe. That's up to 30 days of a stay if you wanted to just come and see. Most of everybody's there long term because, once you get in there, you have a good time. It's hard to leave. But, if somebody's like on vacation and you just need somewhere to stay for the week, then we can do that as well. So,
Wow, that could be really helpful for folks to know.
Yeah, right.
Tuck that back in your mind that if you need somebody to help out for care for your loved one. Wow, if you need to, I could see some people being very
very
appreciative.
Out of town or something.
Yeah, they have to go do something and leave town and. Wow. Well, our time's just about up. I can't believe we went so fast, Lake, and we just get here and we got to leave already. You have a great Friday.
Yes, you too.
Yeah, thank you for coming by and sponsoring this part of the Joe Show, Walker's Trail in Danville. Now, KNN News.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Kentucky's roads are becoming even more dangerous during the summer months, especially for new drivers.
Since 2021, the number of traffic fatalities in the Bluegrass State involving teenagers in the months of June, July, and August has increased by 64%, according to a USA Today report on summer driving fatalities in America. In the last statistically available year, 18 teens were killed on Kentucky roads alone. That's up from the year prior. While summertime traffic fatalities did decrease by 3% nationwide, 25 states actually saw an increase in fatalities. Heidi Galoob, the managing editor of USA Today Blueprint Insurance, urges Kentucky teens to slow down, avoid distractions, and obey the rules of the road. I'm Joe Lincoln.
A woman is in jail after being charged with the murder of a man last week. Police responded to a man shot on Dakota Street in Lexington May 17th. Russell Houston died from his injuries. Sherry Phillips was arrested Thursday and charged with his murder. Fire officials are monitoring a blaze that broke out at an energy plant late Wednesday night. WYMT reports the fire occurred at Vineland Energy Plant in Clay County from a propane leak. A decision was made to evacuate nearby homes, including Landmark of Laurel Creek Nursing Home. All residents were safely evacuated, and families were notified of the occurrence. Residents were able to return to the homes Thursday afternoon. Clay County Emergency Management plans to stay on scene for the next 2 to 3 days. Teachers and staff at Harlan Independent Schools are celebrating a big raise. Superintendent C.D. Morgan announced this week that paychecks will reflect a 10% increase. Morgan says it's just one way the district is showing its appreciation for the staff and faculty. He then says the pay raise is already helping with attracting new hires and retaining teachers. The Henderson County School District is also celebrating a 3% pay raise and a $1,000 supplement. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
A healthy weight, more energy, and smooth, regular bowel movements. 3 things everyone strives for.
It's me, Chuck Norris. There's one really important thing we don't talk about enough: our health. Achy joints, digestive issues, weight gain, and fatigue. We're told these are normal signs of aging. So working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick is a revolutionary formula combining 10 different supplements in one. Probiotics that help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and several of the most powerful anti-aging supplements on Earth. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, focused, and help manage stress.
Anybody can achieve great health regardless of their age.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com. Use code GREEN or text GREEN to 511-511 and claim 40% off today.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee.
Text GREEN to 511-511. Morning Kick.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Message and data rates may apply. Paid for by Roundhouse Provisions.
Imagine if everyone kept their trash in their car till they came to a trash can at home, at a gas station, or at one of the convenience centers dotted around Boyle County. If everyone did their part, we'd have a beautiful, clean community. Next time you're on the road and need to discard trash, hold on to it till you can throw it out properly and do your part to keep Boyle County clean. This isn't just about taking responsibility. It's about fostering community pride and beautification.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Hello, this is Mark Wade, Superintendent of Boyle County Schools. On behalf of Boyle County Schools and the Boyle County Board of Education, I would like to congratulate our high school class of 2024. We wish you the very best. Mark Wade, Superintendent of Boyle County Schools.
Hi, this is Amanda, owner of Sassy's Country Paw Spa, now open near the square in Lancaster. I'm a certified groomer with 15 years experience. We offer anxiety-free grooming, boarding, and daycare. And the special thing is we stay all night with your beloved pet while boarding. Need your dog or cat groomed? I'm opening with a 20% off your first groom with us. For all my info, log on to Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, or call 859-297-8009. And Sassy says, come see me.
Imagine if you had 100 years to dedicate yourself to fun and wonder. That's exactly what Kentucky State Parks is celebrating this year. 100 years of unmatched scenery and history, with guided hikes and acclaimed golf, plus all kinds of cozy lodging and accommodations. Dedicate your weekends to creating memories that last a lifetime at parks.ky.gov.
Apple Music is naming its top albums of all time. The streaming giant just ranked its top 100. In first place, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. That came out in 1998, followed by Michael Jackson's Thriller, with the Beatles' Abbey Road in third place. Right behind was Prince's Purple Rain and Blonde from Frank Ocean. Albums from Stevie Wonder, Kendrick Lamar, Amy Winehouse, Nirvana, and Beyonce rounded out the top 10.
Baby, just a touch of a
Some unsuspecting fans in Brooklyn this week got to catch Ed Sheeran singing and cycling. The pop star in New York City for a show at Brooklyn's Barclays Center when he hopped on a city bike with his pals, and that's when they started singing and thinking out loud, to the delight of passersby. And Chris Hemsworth got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame today. The man best known for playing Thor in numerous Avengers movies was on hand when his star was unveiled along Hollywood Boulevard. His superhero co-star, Robert Downey Jr., also attended the ceremony. The star unveiled just a day before the release of Hemsworth's new movie, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. Train founding member and bassist Charlie Collin has died at the age of 58. He died after a slip and fall in Belgium. The band released a tribute to Collin, saying his unique bass playing and beautiful guitar work helped get people to notice Train in San Francisco and beyond. That's entertainment. I'm Liz Warner, NBC News Radio.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by
Dexter and WHIR Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. Call Mark Dexter or Chris Reitmeyer for a free quote. Call 236-6686. And the weather today, get a little fog we started out with right around now, but it's clearing out and it'll become a partly sunny, beautiful day, a high of 83. And then showers kind of rolling in later on this evening. And then Saturday, chance of thunderstorms possible in the mid part of the day. Otherwise, it'll be partly sunny. Again, a high about 83. Saturday night, we got thunderstorms in the forecast. Sunday, 50-50 chance of showers and thunderstorms. And when it's not raining, it'll be mostly sunny. A high near 86 on Sunday. And Sunday night, showers and thunderstorms. Low of 68. Memorial Day, 50-50 chance of showers and thunderstorms. Otherwise, it'll be mostly sunny and a high near 82. Sounds like they'll be very scattered on Memorial Day, way that mostly sunny's stuck in there. So right now, we got some cloudy skies and 63 degrees. I'm Robert Wagner here on the Joe Show, filling in for Joe Mathis. And this part of the Joe Show is being brought to you by McClure, and Bailey. And on the phone right now, we have Jenny. Hello.
No, that was me.
That was you. Oh, okay. I was told otherwise. That's pretty cool.
All good. And we have a special guest coming on at 9:45 who will be calling in.
Yes. Big show today. Big show. Well, welcome.
It is Memorial Day weekend. So I've been trying to move a few things around. I do want to give a follow-up and a shout-out. This has been kind of a rough week for us at McClure and Bailey. First of all, my brother-in-law, Jenny's brother, William Sturgill, who some folks know as the jackman for Tony Stewart, one-time Danica Patrick, and then a marketing executive with NASCAR, passed away. And so we started out with that. Today, as soon as I leave here, I have to go get ready because the local bar association lost a longtime friend, Paul White, who was just a wonderful contributor to our bar, but also to the Lions Club, I think the Optimist Club at some point, the Brass Band Festival, which we have coming up. That's why Michael Parrish is going to be on today.
Yeah.
He and his wife Rachel have been just a real part of the Danville community, a fabric of the Danville community for a long time, and we lost him, unfortunately, last week. So it's been an oddball week, which is why I'm rolling into your studio at the last break of the second with a trailer on the back of my truck and almost barefoot.
I don't know. Did you find a place to park? We're pretty busy today.
The front yard, yes. I'm straight up in your front yard.
When I rolled in, I wasn't sure where I was parking. And I was like, phew, busy. So if you got a trailer, the front yard works really good.
And I figure I can turn around in the field. So.
Yes. You won't be the first nor the last.
I figure. It is what it is. So other things we have going on in town, I understand we have a district baseball champion.
Yes,
so congratulations to those folks. And I'll just confess, I don't know where we wound up with softball.
Well, it got rain delayed last night.
Okay.
They were trying to shoehorn in a game, even though I'm looking at the radar going, what do you mean they're at the field? It's coming. They tried. They really wanted to. I think part of the reason is today would be a beautiful day to play, but graduation's today.
Right.
So they're going to play the rest of it tomorrow afternoon.
Permitting.
Of course, weather permitting. Yeah, they'll pick it up. And they moved the game from Danville to Boyle with Boyle and Garrett. I think score was 0-0.
Okay.
So they were trying to get it in, but it didn't work out. Lots of lightning rolled in.
So I was in a golf event last evening. Our weekly men's league has started up. And we were really, it is a season-long point thing, so we're really trying to get in an official round, which means you got to play at least 5 holes. I personally was on the third green and was nervous about that. I mean, like the last 2 shots I did before that are those like you don't follow all the way through. You like get the club about halfway through and they're like, let me put that back in the cart real fast. And finally the horn blew and we were all kind of relieved, like, okay, good. I don't think we were going to make it another 2 holes. It actually held off for a little bit there, but I heard there was maybe a lightning strike somewhere right around Jenny Rogers, just like a mile away.
Yeah,
so,
wow.
Close
wow,
enough.
you're standing out there with a metal
with a big
iron.
metal stick in your hand. Yeah, it seems like a bad idea.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
Well, that's how much we love golf, though. We'll go out there.
We'll try. And it was funny. We had a full field. I mean, there were I don't know, 20 or 30 of us. So for those that are interested, Danville Country Club is doing a membership drive, and we have apparently a very strong men's golf league this year.
Yes, that does sound like it. Very dedicated.
The swim teams were out there practicing. There's a lot of stuff going on, and I think all of us are just kind of looking over our shoulder, like, well, we'll see.
Yeah, it was one of those pop-up things. It really grew as the minutes went by.
Well, the rain on that one wasn't quite as bad. The later one was, but the lightning was.
Yes.
Yeah. It was something.
Yeah, we've had a couple good thunderstorms this week.
Well, I know, having just come from there, the lake is up and rising, and they've been trying to keep it low as they could in advance of the Memorial Day weekend, but I think it's going to overtake them today because there's just only so much water you can put in.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. We've gone full circle here. We've covered just a whole bunch of stuff.
The whole
wow,
thing.
the whole area
Michael
here.
Paris coming on here, and just in a couple minutes, so I'll do the preview of that. As some of y'all know, we spend a lot of time on this show talking about local events and things that we sponsor and stuff that other folks do as well. And I'm glad to do that. They always tell us at the continuing education things not to give like any direct legal advice over the radio. So I can talk about crazy stuff people in California do, but sometimes it's more fun to talk about things that we're doing. We've got an event coming up, hopefully at the Norton Center in December. I think we're going to be able to pull in the Allman Betts Band, so that's really cool. But this coming weekend, not this weekend, but the following weekend, is the Great American Brass Band Festival in its 5th year, I think. Golly, it flies.
It does.
Only missed one because of COVID. But Michael Paris, not to be confused with her father, the former mayor, is the executive director, and we're going to have her on here in just a few minutes to talk about some things.
Yeah.
I know one thing she's going to do, but I'm going to jump in even before that, is we do need volunteers. We've lost a couple of really good ones the last couple of years. Paul White, Jim Rankin. Obviously Jerry Boyd's not really able to do it anymore. John Albright's getting older and gray-haired and just decrepit, I think, almost. Hi, John.
I'm sure you appreciate that.
Yes, absolutely. But anyway, we really do need volunteers. This is a community-run event. It is a free event. This is kind of the signature thing Danville does, but it takes Danville to do it. So I expect with that, she's still got a couple minutes left. Anyway, so this is Michael's, I think, third year as the director, second or third year as the director. We've spiced some things up. We've got some new bands that we haven't had before, brought back some of the some that we hadn't had in a while, but people liked. So trying to get those back, and it's going to be a little different with Bayou and Brass, which has always been on Main Street.
Yeah, on Friday night
is going to be Friday night is going to actually be down on campus this year, which Michael can clue us in as to what the reasoning for that is. I'll confess I was kind of excited. We got all the Main Street project done. We've got this beautiful, big, huge area.
Yeah.
And so Thursday night is still happening up there with
the gallery hop. Is it the swing dance?
Downtown
Downbeat
is the every first Thursday of the month thing anyway. So it always coincides with the Brass Band Festival. And actually, I say that, I guess technically it's a day early because that will be the 31st that it's on.
Yes, it is. It is odd the way the calendar plays out this year. It kind of plays with your mind.
It really
seems
does.
like
Memorial Day is early this year. Today's what, the 24th or something?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it should be Memorial Day yet.
It is very tricky. I tell you what, why don't we get in our quick break and
let's do that
and we'll wait for, and hopefully we'll have on the phone here our executive director of the Great American Brass Band Festival. You're listening to WHIR, FM 103.9 and AM 1230, and this is the McClure and Bailey Friday on the Joe Show.
More energy and smooth, regular bowel movements. 3 things everyone strives for.
It's me, Chuck Norris. There's one really important thing we don't talk about enough: our health. Achy joints, digestive issues, weight gain, and fatigue. We're told these are normal signs of aging. So working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick is a revolutionary formula combining 10 different supplements in one. Probiotics that help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and several of the most powerful anti-aging supplements on earth. It'll help you you feel youthful, energized, focused, and help manage stress.
Anybody can achieve great health regardless of their age.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com. Use code GREEN or text GREEN to 511-511 and claim 40% off today.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee.
Text GREEN to 511-511. Morning Kick.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Message and data rates may apply. Paid for by Roundhouse Provisions.
It's racing biggest day this Sunday. 1,100 miles of racing live on WHIR. It's the Indy 500 and the Coca-Cola 600 that adds up to 1,100 miles of racing. Coverage starts at noon with Indy 500. Then stay tuned for NASCAR's longest race of the year. Live from Charlotte, the 600 coverage starts this Sunday afternoon at 5. Don't miss a lap on your station for racing. WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9, and streamed around the world on HometownLive.net.
I want to ride Hatfield Chevrolet, and they had me
driving in my car, going very far, down the street in my car.
If you want to ride, go to RodHatfieldChevy.com. Rod Hatfield Chevrolet, Lexington, Kentucky.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at HometownLive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
WHIR 948, I'm Robert Wagner, and this is the Joe Show. Filling in for Joe. He had to slip out a little bit early, go do some cool family stuff. And we have Patrick McClure with us here from McClure and Bailey in Danville. And you've got a busy life going on. It seems like everything's going on at the same time for you. A lot of plates spinning on sticks.
Well, that's just kind of the way it is. I do hear the phone ringing on a different line. Could that be her possibly?
Yeah, that is her. Yeah, let me see if we can get on. Yeah, our special guest is on the phone. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Michael. Welcome to WHIR. You're with Patrick. I'm Robert Wagner.
Hi, Robert.
There we go. Yeah, we got you live on the air. And you're gonna tell us, man, brass band is here, practically, just days away. And Patrick was sharing some of the changes for Friday. What would you like to tell us that's coming up? Lots of things to say.
Lots of good stuff. We're really excited about the some of the improvements that we've made and some of the upgrades that the bands will get, especially on Friday. And we're also excited that Thursday we're able to beef that up a little bit. So, we started the concert series Downtown Downbeat last year, and it was a big success. We had several hundred people out at every event, sometimes up to 1,000 by our count, and we've been really, really excited at that response. So with the installment of that event, not just through the festival, but for the warm months of the year, basically May through October, we've been able to make it an even bigger part of the festival. So it is, right next to the gallery hop. It's the kickoff event for the festival this year. Farmers Bank will be presenting that, and we'll have the gallery hop that starts at 4:30. And then at 7 p.m. we'll have two bands this year. We only did one last year, but we're really excited to be able to bring in two. Both are local brass bands that have different sounds and different feels, and are going to bring different musical ideas to everybody over at Wizard Park. And little spoiler, we'll have some inflatables for kids. So if you're coming out that night, you've got something for your kids to do for sure. But
nice.
Kids have been really enjoying coming to the park, and
keep them out of the fountain.
Maybe not.
Oh boy, yeah, let me jumping up and down. That's cool. A good idea.
Robert, I'll jump in. You know what? A funny thing, the old fountain there anyway. I'm sure it's still true. A big prank. Don't nobody get any ideas, but a big prank people used to do would be to put soap in the fountain, like Dawn or something, make it foam up real bad. Like that was really somehow going to really mess things up. So I worked for the city public works department for a long time. In the summers, you know what we did to clean the pipes in that fountain?
No.
The same thing.
Same thing.
They were actually just getting out in front of it for us.
Wow.
So, anyway, so if you're going to get in the fountain, just bring some Dawn. That would be
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
Well, it's going to be a fun night. You got that's great. Bouncy houses, live music, food, and drinks, and everybody will have a good time. Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really cool night, especially with, one of the big goals for Downtown Downbeat has been to encourage people to eat at the restaurants and bring that food over to the park, and so we'll be able to also install a brand new Downtown Downbeat menu for the first time. We will be activating that at the festival next Thursday. So we've got a few restaurants participating where you can order right off the Downtown Downbeat menu. They've got a few items that are just ready to go. And the best part is that they'll be running food out to you at the park. So,
nice. Wow.
If you're interested in eating while you're sitting and listening to music, grab your table, and you'll have a table number, and those restaurants will be running food out to you, whichever you order from. So we're excited about that development as well. It's going to be a really, really fun kind of, local flair night, right? Like, support all the local shops and businesses, while you're doing gallery hop, and eat some food, and of course we'll have liquor and beer available for purchase. So that's never a bad thing either.
Yeah, well, you got everything all worked out. Now, if you got the weather perfectly planned, everything will be super.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Friday night's really exciting. I know Patrick had spoken about that a little bit, but with Bayou and Brass not being downtown this year, Thursday will supplement that just a bit, and Friday night does get that upgrade with the main stage. So we felt it was best to really go big this year with the band, so that's exactly what we've done. We have a couple bands that are familiar to the festival. Nasty Natty Brass Band out of Cincinnati. They've been here a couple times now, and
they're great. If y'all haven't seen them, they are really fantastic.
They're really fun.
Yeah,
they are really fun. They really embody the New Orleans brass band sound for sure. And Cincy Brass, they came last year. If you didn't get a chance to catch them last year, they're just about 10-piece brass band. You're going to hear multiple saxophones, multiple trombones, multiple, bari, tuba, it's all going to be in there. And they've got a big, big sound, playing a lot of cool tunes, a mix of New Orleans style stuff with funk and some pop. And so 2 Cincinnati brass bands right there to kick us off from the beginning of Bayou and Brass. And then following that, we've got a group called McNasty Brass Band. Yes, you heard it right, McNasty Brass Band. And they're going to be every bit of that in the best way possible. Another big wall of brass in front of you. And then to headline the night is Lucky Chops, and a lot of people know that name, and for good reason. They sound killer. They're tons of fun.
Where are they from, Michael?
They are from New York
okay.
area. I think Brooklyn, if I'm not mistaken, but
okay.
definitely New York. And they got their start with, just like many other ones, and many other brass bands in big cities. They go to subways and they do their thing in the subway, and they got famous doing that.
I think I've seen their YouTube videos. Yeah, that's crazy.
Exactly.
They used to just set up like yeah. What do they call it when people just start randomly dancing? Flash mob.
Flash mob, yes.
Yeah.
A flash brass band.
I think that's even better, to be honest with
you. Michael, when does festivities begin on Friday? What's the schedule on Friday for Bayou and Brass next week?
I'm glad you asked. Music will begin at 5 p.m. on Friday. However, we are going to open up parking and vending at 3 p.m. So as soon as people are ready to come out at 3, we'll have parking open at that point. And our vendors will be going, our beer will be going, everything will start right at 3 p.m., including we've got our bounce houses. They are going on Center's campus on Friday, too. So we're having bounce houses all weekend long just to
really?
spice things up a bit for all the kids.
Yeah, that's always nice. And I've also had a question yesterday. Somebody wanted to know the exact time the parade starts on Saturday.
11 a.m.
11 a.m.
11
Okay.
a.m.
I knew it was 11 something. I'm like, I think it's around 11-ish.
And it will start back at we had to move it a couple times, but it'll be back starting at Constitution Square. Is that right, Michael?
That's right. That's right. Right along 2nd Street there.
There was one, I guess it was because of the construction on Main Street and everything. There was one year we had to start up at Center and come around the other way, which was fine.
Oh, it must have been. It must have been. I've seen that map before, so.
The only problem with that is that ideally the parade ends up at the main stage, and instead we were ending up like kind of at various intersections throughout town. But what are you going to do? I mean, construction happens. Things happen. We survive in advance, I think, is the motto of the Brass Band Festival. Going back, is this the 35 years we've been doing this, Michael?
This will be, technically year 34. Year 34.
And that because there was one miss, but I think the first festival was 1989, if I remember right. So.
Yes. We were officially installed in 1990, but yeah, if you go back, it definitely started in 89.
So, well, there you go. That's it. Sounds like some really exciting things, and it always seems like it gets here so fast. It's the for some of us, I guess, Memorial Day, because that's when the lakes get busy and everything else is the start of summer. For those of us in Kentucky, I think a lot of people think of it as Derby Day, but in Danville, I think it's the Brass Band Festival.
It's a great way to launch off all the cool summer stuff that's happening. I mean, you get everything: live music, food, beer, liquor, bouncy houses, dancing and tables and eating. I mean, it's the whole shebang.
Sure,
there's no better way to start.
Kind of right back to the beginning. Downtown Downbeat, the other months is which Thursday of the month?
It's the first Thursday of the month, and our first one was early May 4th, I believe.
That sounds right.
Right around there. I don't see dates.
But so this one then, because this is going to be May the 30th. Is there going to be one on June the 6th as well?
We have actually talked about that, and we may surprise everybody with a little fun night. But we'll announce that if we get to that point. That we've got something special planned if we do end up doing it.
Well, I noticed in July it's July the 4th is a Thursday. It's the first Thursday. So
yes, and we've got some special stuff planned for that as well. We're not going to reveal it just yet, but everybody keep your eyes peeled for Facebook announcements because we've got a really, really cool night being planned.
I tell you what, Grey's Anatomy thinks they're good at putting teasers out there for the next week, but they got nothing on Michael Paris.
Michael and Patrick, we just have a few seconds left, and I want to put in a quick plug for the best band in our town, the Advocate Brass Band. I think they do a fabulous job, and they're going to have somebody new this year playing that I want to recognize, somebody that just won an election.
Justin
Thursday.
Johnson.
Justin's going to be playing.
Now our newly elected Commonwealth attorney and his bride, Brianna, are both playing. I just heard that Tuesday myself.
Yes. Yeah, so,
I did not even know. That's fantastic.
Yes, it is. A lot of fun. So a community event. It's all coming. Thank you, Michael and Patrick, for all the work you do. All the other volunteers. Well, you got all your work coming up. Thank you.
We need more.
We do need more.
This is the talk of the town. AM 1230 and now on FM 103.9. WHIR Danville. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 10 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. A member of the Biden administration will be present in Uvalde, Texas today for the second anniversary of the shooting at Robb Elementary School. After the mass shooting in May of 2022, the president created the Office of Gun Violence Prevention. The office's deputy director is expected to join Uvalde residents today at a vigil honoring the victims. 2 adults are hospitalized after being shot during a high school graduation ceremony in Oakland, California. Lieutenant Robert Trevino